Everybody, hello everybody, and welcome in. I still have not named this channel anything particular, so oh well. My name is Primrose, the oddest of Loddles, but you are free to call me Prim. It is another wonderful day after a very short break in the campaign of Mortui, Vivos, Docent, which is technically the Call of Cthulhu mystery game that I'm running, but is also the game where I get to bully my friends for 4 hours straight. So let's hop right into it. We're going to once again do some introductions. Everybody please give me your username, your character name, and if you've got a silly little fact you want to share about their emotional state right now, I would love to hear it. Starting off with our usual, Rexy.
Oh my god.
I feel like I'm
Hi,
constantly saying that wrong too.
You are.
Oh no!
It's fine. I feel like we just like flip flop, but I'm Arxie. My character is Mallory. I feel like her mental state right now is definitely like wanting to look back in the mirror again. She wishes it just to look pretty all the time. So that's just her vibe right now.
Can we get an F in the chat for Mallory being denied the ability to look pretty?
Yeah, I know. She can't look pretty today. So sad.
Chat.
Next in our most wonderful order, Burry.
Oh my gosh, that's me. Hi,
It
I'm
is.
Bree. I use she, they pronouns. I play, who do I play? SJ, also known as Sid Jameson, who uses all pronouns. And SJ's mental state is, so here's the thing. I would say that it probably sounds like SJ is really concerned about the world and the greater good. They are not. They are desperate to solve a mystery. They are hyper fixated on this mystery, and it's making them a little crazy. Just a little bit, just a little crazy, just a little twitchy eyed.
Crazy?
And that's it.
I was crazy once. They put me in a room. I'm sorry. Keep going.
A rubber room.
I thought you were gonna say,
I
I lost something once. My identity.
I'm gonna just start drawing this character, my little Sona without eyes. Oh god. Alright, so next up in the order is. I'm dumb. Mac.
Greetings and salutations. I am Mac Epiphany. I will be playing Vic, aka Silver, and Silver is approaching this from a very studious mindset. He's not very emotionally invested in it at this point in time. It's just like, oh, things are happening. I need to make sense of these things that are happening. So, yeah.
A well-adjusted approach for a college doctor. I will enjoy breaking it. And next up we have the wonderful Fox.
Good morning, fellow viewers. I will be playing Keith, a he-him character that is currently on the brink. Actually, no, he is insane at this current moment. He may or may not have boarded up all the windows in Venus's estate, but I'm sure she doesn't mind.
It's fine. It's fine.
Can you remember the rain?
Do you remember the time?
I was gonna start singing some.
We fell in love.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what's happening no more. Speaking of Venus.
Hi, it's me. I'm Blue. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm going to be playing Venus Riderwood. Any pronouns. Venus is much like SJ, like hyper fixated on this fucking case. They need to know all the things.
I love and adore this. And last, but most certainly not least, we have our wonderful child.
Howdy. I'm Woody. My name's Chelsea. My name's Chelsea. She, her pronouns, the same with Sona, with whom I am playing. I'd say her mental state is she's not necessarily like freaking out, but some spooky shit's going on, and she's not accustomed to it.
This is honestly fair. And once again, I am the wonderful Prim, or now formerly dubbed Keeper, the one in charge of both keeping them alive, functional, and also just bullying them because I think it's funny. We are going to go ahead and ask anybody who would like to give a summary of events.
Stares at SJ.
Stares at the
Oh,
reporter.
I kind of like to try this time because I want the fucking reroll. I'm not gonna
yes,
lie.
please go. Yes.
We all gathered at Venus in SJ's apartment. We really we started like cork board red taping this shit. We worked out all of these steps that we discovered at Agnes's estate, which was fucking crazy. So y'all should go rewatch that if you haven't. It's on Prim's YouTube. SJ put together some really cool shit, like that Pia died at the same time Keith's watch lit up, so we're thinking that there's some connection there. We also discovered that Constance, one of the people who was in the yearbook photo with Agnes, has passed away already, and nobody's heard from her wife in fucking forever. Venus solved the Orby puzzle because that's what we have dubbed it, and that same fucking song started playing, and it fucked up Venus's radio. Like, we don't know why. That shit is weird. SJ's box is like full of different like pieces of a watch or like some sort of like interface, and a card came out that said it was from the Magpie like mechanical shop or what have you, so that's something. Mal called to check on her sibling, and as younger siblings do, annoyed the hell out of her. Silver called his supervisor, let him know he wasn't gonna be at work, and also checked on his Sona's hands, which are still really fucked up. We don't know what the hell is going on with his Sona's hands yet. It's just unusual. And yeah, actually, Asona's hands are still fucked up. That's like a great segue. She unwrapped her hands and they looked like a little worse. It was no green, but there were still like large. It was like large spaces with no green and like little bumps or like little bumps where she got pricked at. The star of the show, Keith, fucking went insane. He tried to recreate the music that we were listening to that we kept hearing on Venus's guitar. He failed it, and that made him recall his son being a prodigy in music, or at least close to one. He had to roll a sanity check. My nigga failed, and he was on Venus's balcony having a smoke when he started to visualize the rain being blood and the trigger warning right now, the severed head of his son, his best friend, and his dead wife, who also actually like covered his eyes, and was talking to him during this time. And it was weird because she's telling him like, he can fix her, that he can still save her, that she's still there. She urges him to go to the phone that's in the hallway of Venus's apartment, and he recalls grabbing it, then he blacks out. When he wakes back up against the wall of the balcony, all he knows is like that the phone cord has been cut. And my nigga is insane for the next 8 hours. Silver went to go check on him. He was covering his own eyes and he looked like he was sleeping peacefully. So we don't know that Keith is insane currently. And that's all you saw. That's all you saw last time on Glee.
One day,
I love you, Blue.
somehow, I will ensure that this Glee meme dies.
I have never liked Glee, but I've been saying it lately because of fucking Brie.
I have never liked Glee enough. The only connection I have with Glee is that one of the books I used to read as a kid was like an actor from Glee, and he just became a best-selling author. That's the only connection I have to it. I've never watched it of Glee in my life.
I literally just rewatched the entire show once again and enjoyed every second of it.
It's not a bad
I
show.
love
I
that.
just don't have the time of really like the drive to watch it. So
it's
one
so
day.
good. The satire is amazing.
I actually cannot with y'all. 1 second.
1.
Anyway, let me recite a song from Glee while we wait.
If you get any copyright strikes,
No,
Quite
Treasure,
literally,
no.
you want to know one way to get Prim to do whatever she's doing faster? That would probably be it.
Copyright.
Anyway,
Who cares about copyright? It's gonna get muted
Look
anyway.
out for me.
I'm gonna say
Disney
technically it's
players
the cover.
scare me.
As long as the most important parts do not get muted, it's fine.
This is
Yeah, I was
fair.
about to say there's not
So
even.
please sing your heart out.
No.
Don't
Oh,
let
I
anybody
could
stop you.
anyway, so you won't hear there's no beat, so they can't tell if it's the song or not.
Footloose.
This is unrelated, but have y'all ever seen Sucker Punch?
I
Yes.
have, brother.
Shit.
That movie,
Yeah.
great. When I talk about a
Low-key part of my
fun
gay awakening.
movie, oh my
Mhm.
god. There was, I
One
promise
of
you,
the
the plot.
songs
The
is
plot.
on Venus's playlist, and like I was just like, I need to rewatch this.
I don't know. The plot to Sucker Punch is literally so
This
straightforward.
looks
It's unbelievable.
insane. I'm
But
gonna
it is
watch this.
it is quite literally the most fun you'll probably ever. It
It's
reminds
a
me
fun
of
ass fucking movie in the same sense that like Jennifer's Body is a fun ass movie. You know what I mean? Like it's probably not necessarily good, but it's a fun movie.
It's
It honestly
great.
kind of gives me reminders of hold on, I'm getting to it. Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah,
This is a vibe, actually. You know what?
definitely.
This is a vibe.
I actually really like Scott Pilgrim, so maybe I'll
I
need to
fuck
look
with
at
Pilgrim
Sucker
a lot,
Punch.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely watch
Oh,
Sucker
that's
Punch
me.
then.
I actually
Did y'all watch the
felt-
animated Did y'all watch the
I felt-
animated Scott Pilgrim?
It was so
Yeah.
good.
It was
Oh my
so
God.
good.
I really
Oh my
enjoyed
God.
it.
They will never make a season 2, but damn, I want them to.
No, I need it. Y'all ready for Arcane season 2?
Oh
Don't.
my! You
I'm
will
not
not
mentally
hear
ready. I'm
the
not mentally
end
or physically
of
ready.
it.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
wait
My
to see
mom.
my
I've been
favorite
sending my
lesbian.
brother started watching it. My brother started watching Arcane. I'm texting my mom all of like the images for the poster promo material.
You will
Yeah,
not hear
'cause we
the
watched
end of it from me.
Yeah.
Oh goodness,
Yeah.
yes, that's what I'd forgotten about, but it is working now. So anyone in stream is going to notice there is a fun little song that plays. And now it is gone. Unfortunately, your
It's-
lovely cast cannot hear this song. Chill, did you actively say what song?
I was about to say it sounds a little like this. Do 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 do.
Please.
Oh my gosh.
Starts hearing the song. Cuts it off. Anyway, here's Wonderwall. But yes, this is typically an indicator that shit is not going correctly. So if you would all be so kind as to warn our players if you hear it, that would be great. Or don't. It'll be funny either way. But with that said, are we ready to dive in?
Yes, sir.
Rah rah. Another day begins in, what did I call this empire? Oh yeah, the Adelridge Empire. Me naming things is fun. Another day begins within the Adelridge Imperium, within the capital city. You all had effectively taken to just camping out within Venus's home. Some on the floors, a few lucky on the couch. Venus in their own bed for once in their life. Sid, I don't know where
Yeah.
Sid sleeps. I could not tell you where Sid sleeps. Sid will sleep where Sid lands.
True.
But
Correct.
dawn of about 7 a.m. starts to peek through the curtains, and you all are awakened. Can I get a soft turn initiative just to figure out who would like to go first? Flat D20s.
What's that? Wait, what?
Flat D20.
Flat D20.
D20. Okay.
I mean, I could just make y'all guess a
We're
number, but that's fine.
Ooh, we're starting off fantastic.
Oh,
I rolled a 4.
It's the thought that. Someone clip that right now.
Oh yeah, that's
I
really
can't
good.
believe I got a nat 20. That's insane.
Oh dear God.
I got worse. I got a 3. We're
This
starting
is-
off strong.
This is gonna be so funny, isn't it? So very
Yeah.
Oh,
I feel
it's
like
gonna
it-
be hilarious.
I feel like it's
My
going
dice
to
are
make-
already failing me.
I can feel my sanity dwindling by the second.
Your sanity. You don't have
Yeah.
the right.
Sid, SJ, lovely ladies.
Yay. It is.
Who
I'm
did
going to be
that?
so serious. I deadass think you have been up since like 5 a.m. Have made everyone breakfast and coffee, and it is only now at 7 where you're like, all right, I guess I'll go do what else I have to do for the day.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. And I make everybody coffee, but I don't, uh, what's it gonna say? I was gonna say I don't make myself coffee, but that's a lie. I think I make myself a full pot, and I make
God.
everybody else like a regular amount of coffee.
Oh, this is what it's like dealing with me. Okay.
This shouldn't be as funny as it is.
It's really funny. Especially those of you that have played with me before know why it's funny. This is karma. I know it is. I'm accepting it.
And your karma, you are correct. Hello.
I should have known. Okay. Well, actually, will that get me copy struck? And if so, by who? Considering you are consuming an actually insane amount of caffeine.
Yay.
Also, I feel like coffee would have been something on the restricted list and the ration list, but at the same time, I think Venus just gets it anyway. So make me let's say a hard Constitution save. Make a hard Constitution check,
For what? To see if I survive the coffee?
just to see what this caffeine does to your body.
Oh, this is great. I love this.
Let's see if we have.
When I
demon
first got on
core.
like my ADHD meds and I was drinking coffee, that shit had me shaking.
Listen,
God,
okay,
you
I
are
will tell
violently
you.
normalized.
Listen, we will talk because I have a story for you. Anyways, I passed. I'm built for this. 12 versus 27. I'm fucking built for this.
Period.
You legit just tilt your head back and pour this coffee into your gullet. It is piping hot, but it is down. Sid,
This is
what-
my regular amount of coffee every single day. Thank you.
This is the real reason Venus has become so good at procuring good quality coffee, despite.
Oh yeah, I
the
do buy
regulations.
really good quality coffee for SJ. Like I have it imported. That's probably the most money that Venus blows in her life.
Despite the
Other than that,
rationing
it's
and
on
the
with
fact
her.
that at this point importation means it is being smuggled in, you will go to the black market to get coffee for your friend.
Correct.
God bless.
Love
SJ,
you.
what's your
Tiki.
goals for this day? What's your goals for this day? Please.
I am going to hang out with Sylvie, and we are going to go shake down the guy from the Magpie Estate. No, it's not an estate; it's a store for metal stuff, clocks. I don't really remember, but there's a card and it has an address. And then we're gonna try to talk to Thea so I can learn about the crimes and all the things that she's done in getting caught for those crimes, so I will not get caught for my own crime. I'm pretty sure that's not why we're gonna go see Thea, but that's why I want to go see Thea.
You have a goal. You have something set, and you know what? I don't think I can stop you. Let's get right into this then, shall we?
Yay.
Would you like to wake up your partner in crime?
Yes. I jump onto Sylvie's. Wait, did we all fall asleep in the same place?
I'm
Did
gonna
you
say
establish
yeah.
that?
You're all in Venus's apartment, just in different areas.
Oh, that's going to be crazy.
Yeah. So I just jump onto.
Oh, right.
Like
that.
just like.
Very quickly.
Oh.
I'm so sorry, Mallory. I need you to make me an extreme appearance check.
What did you do to Mallory?
Nothing. It's just funny. Nothing major.
Let me find my character sheet. 1 second.
Imagine not being prepared.
No, I forgot what my appearance score is, but it's really high, so hopefully.
But it's
You
also
of all
extreme
people
though,
should be
so
fine.
Extreme is.
Yeah, it is. It's an extreme though.
Extreme is
Extreme.
extreme spots.
Oh god.
That's a fail.
Dang. By the way, SJ, as you're just like walking through to go jump on Sylvie's bed, Mallory keeps running into the door. Like you can clearly tell they're asleep, but you just hear like stumble, thump, repetitively.
Can I go check out what the fuck that is?
Sure. Make me some
Like,
kind of a medical check.
I'm just watching them walk into the door like asleep.
Oh yeah, they're sound asleep. Just constantly walking into the store.
thing is, her eyes are like wide, or like her eyes are open.
Yeah, wide open.
Oh Lord. What did you ask me to make? A medicine check?
Yep.
Right. My medicine is Yeah, that sounds
The
correct.
only answer could be a demon. That is a demon. That's a demon right there. What the heck?
Okay.
You
Yeah.
are fully convinced they are possessed right now.
So here's my
Is that
thing.
a one?
I will say that SJ Venus absolutely doesn't have any crosses in their house, but my adopted family absolutely is Italian. So I'm just going to like go into my drawer of sentimental items.
That you have at
And I'm just
someone
gonna
else's house.
Yes, exactly. And I am just, and it's actually like at Venus's desk. So like Venus is probably fully asleep at their desk. I just like move them slightly, and I just go through the drawers, and I'm like, and I just pull out this like cross necklace, and I like walk over to Mallory, and I just kind of yeah, like throw it on her because I don't want to touch her because I'm like, I don't know, I don't want to get demon on me.
Nothing changes at all.
All right.
Whatsoever.
Can I get a marker? Like a
Sure,
permanent
This will
no.
be terrible, co-op.
No.
All right, I am going to on the back of Mallory's neck. I'm just going to write in like thick black Sharpie marker nerd.
Does Sharpie even
And
exist in
I
this
don't know.
universe?
Actually,
I'm
Sharpie
honestly
probably
going
does.
to say you just dipped your hand into a bunch of ink and started scrawling this like finger paint style.
Thankfully,
fantastic.
ink is watchable because I don't think Mallory's gonna be very happy to find this on her body.
I would say a
just gonna
fountain
write.
pen, but that would have actually left scarring, and I don't think we want that yet.
Wait, you're
Well-
doing it on her back?
No, I'm doing it on the back. Well, I'm doing it on the back of her neck, where I took that hair yesterday.
Oh
Like
no!
right underneath there, I just write NERD, and I'm like there.
Oh no!
And then I go to get Sophie.
Would she
No.
notice that she had like scars and stuff on her, or is she just puts it on her body?
I mean, how much like I figured you're in pajamas. Are you not in?
I feel like she's in like nightgown mode. But if you're gonna like move her hair, you probably see it.
You have scars on the back of your neck.
A good deal of
Mhm.
scratches alongside the
Yeah.
Is it like right on the back of your neck, or just on your body in
Around the
general?
back, because it feels like
Okay.
it looks like it goes kind of. You can tell it goes farther, but aside from that, you can basically it's on her neck.
Cool. So in addition to nerd, I'm going to connect the different scars, like connect
Does this wake her up?
like
Tumblr
those numbers.
Does this wake her up?
You're gonna make
sorry.
me a constitution check.
Sorry. Let me actually take out one of my earphones.
Actually, you know what? Why isn't sleep being a skill would actually be hilarious. I'm gonna call this constitution. Let's see how dead of a sleep you are, but given it's you, it's strength.
Oh,
You
God,
wanted this.
okay. Hold on. Again.
You looked me in the eyes and said, "You know what would be funny?"
Just straight strength.
No, constitution.
Okay.
What has happened? It's
That
just
is
silence.
a hard success.
A what?
Hard success.
Okay, yeah. Something immediate. By the way, I love that I get to just do this at random. Mallory, you are dreaming. Doing something at least relatively close to dreaming. Unless it's dreaming as anything else, you have spent the past hours in your mind underwater, swimming through what seems to be this bottomless lake. The water rising and flowing, creatures swimming across your provision. You are not the person. You cannot see your own face nor your hands. You seem to be one of the fish. Swimming along.
Wait, say that again. Sorry.
You seem to be one of the fish.
Okay.
Swimming along, back and forth. A person you do not recognize in front of you, reaching out to the fish, grabbing one every now and then, laughing to themselves. They're a young man. Not much older than you, you'd think. Far older than your father. Your adopted father. Far younger than your father.
Okay. Okay. Let me
Wrong
actually
order.
turn up my volume. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, I should be able to.
There we go. It is a young man.
Loud.
Not much older than you, but far younger than your father. There's bright red hair alongside and elf ears that protrude outwardly. They're smiling and carefree. You know their name is Leon.
Wait, hold on. His name is what?
You know their name
What's
is
his
Leon.
name? Okay.
And that is all you need to know. Before you are sharply woken up, no longer lying where you were, but face towards a wooden door with what seems to be pressure on the back of your neck and a very strange wet feeling.
Do I like tap my neck and I just see ink on my hand?
Yeah. SJ, did you jump on Sylvie's bed?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I finished up what I was doing with Mallory, and I just jumped on Sylvie.
Who
Sylvie, someone has jumped on your bed.
Yeah.
So, Silver is an only child.
Oh dear.
And I think Silver has never had to experience something like that.
In their space.
Yeah. So like, I think they pop up, like ready to fight, like what's going, and they're like, oh, yes.
Hi.
Oh my
There is
God.
food and coffee, and we have things to do.
Right. Okay.
I got bills to pay. I got mouths to feed.
Please. Can't slow down. Sorry.
This is why I'm not allowed to do things.
So
Hello.
they will get up, somewhat begrudgingly, and just kind of like clean up real quick, and then go and grab some food.
All right. I'm going to say that you two will be prepared to leave for the day. Is that okay?
Sure thing.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Isona, you are the next to wake up, hearing the movement of the other three throughout the kitchen area. What is your typical morning routine like?
Chelsea.
It is time. Oh dear.
She
Hello?
did unmute herself.
There we are.
Hello? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
You lacked us.
I think I changed my settings a little too much, but
Flew too
so I
close to the
guess
sun.
yeah. When she wakes up and like she sees like three other people up, I guess she would have woken up from the commotion of not only Mallory hitting her face against the door, and then SJ jumping on Silver's back. She would have just kind of sat up and headed to the bathroom. She's not used to talking to people like as soon as she wakes up, so she just heads straight into the bathroom and started doing her business. as if she's at home. Like it doesn't dawn on her that she spent the night somewhere else.
Oh God, Isona, you as well have set aside tasks for yourself today. What are they?
So go to work and let them know that like, hey, I'm not gonna be in today. Should probably give like the reason of still mourning. Cause it is like day 4, right?
Yep.
You're like, I'm still mourning. I'm gonna try to figure some things out on my own. And uh like gather things for the day, knowing that she's probably not gonna be safe. Like it's dawning on her that this whole journey might not be safe anymore.
Oops. Ignore those. Honestly, fair.
And then yeah,
Have
and
you been pulled into any task force or missions from your group?
yeah, so we're going to go see that Irene lady. I'm gonna go with Mallory, but seeing how Mallory's like facing the door right now, she's gonna she honestly doesn't realize that she's like in somebody else's apartment with 5 other people just
Mhm.
yet. Like wake up.
Does she like alert Isona maybe?
I want to
Likely,
say
Yana.
like, oh,
Huh?
You're free to.
She like taps Isona on the back a little bit just to get her attention.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sona, dear. She like turns around and moves her hair a bit, and you do see like the ink stains on her back. Can you be a dear and tell me
Oh.
what's happening here?
Um, she's like squinting her eyes because there's still definitely sleep in them. She's like,
Aw.
yeah, that it looks like it says nerd. Uh, yeah, that says nerd and like some scribbles on your back.
Does she notice? I'm
Mm.
asking. Well, does she notice like the scar markings along the ink, or does she just notice ink?
She just
I'm about to say, I can just tell you that one. There's so much ink.
oh, let's say like not only is it smeared from your hand, but it's like it's
It's like
too
pitch
much
black
and
too.
yeah, and
Oh
her eyes
no.
are
Okay.
squinted, so she's like, yeah, that's a lot of ink.
Can
Sid
you
said
be?
Can you
Picasso.
help, can you help wiping that off, or
Yes,
did you?
please. Please.
Okay, and so like I guess she just kind of leads you into the bathroom with her.
Oh my. Okay.
And
Now Prim.
Scandalous.
Now
she's
Prim.
like looking around for her own washcloths and towels, and she's slowly realizing that she is not, in fact, not in her home.
Oh my gosh, Asona being a sleepyhead is so cute. I love that.
So I was like, huh, my towels are
Yeah.
purple.
Right.
Where am I?
I was like, are we at your house?
Oh
Where?
my.
Hold on.
No.
She's gonna grab a random one. Like she's like, okay, it's already in motion, and grabs a random one.
I feel like
And
as
looks.
she would try and move the nightgown away, she would notice like more of the scarring on her back.
It is all
Oh,
encompassing.
Yeah,
how bad is
it's more like
this?
scarring and burn marks. You can tell they're old,
Are
but
they?
you can but
There are cases where a child will get a wound, but because of either its depth or external factors, it will simply stretch as they get older. That seems to be a lot of what's happened here. The wound has just stretched.
it
Well,
looks
these
more
aren't
like
like
burn
gashes.
marks
These are
or
just like scratches, right?
Make me
These
a
aren't
first aid
like
it's
check.
like it yeah, go ahead. I was gonna describe it, but go ahead.
type of check.
First aid.
Medicine.
Or
First
medicine.
aid. Never mind.
Both do the same
First
Are they
thing.
aid's
both the same
definitely
thing?
Effectively.
no first. I would say medicine is more so to get health back. That's what I
That's fair.
read.
Okay. Okay.
And plus my first aid is like a lot higher than medicine. So
Okay. All right. Please,
Dang.
let's
yes,
see.
please.
Oh, um, Wait, hold on. I
Dang.
think I
Mallory
rolled.
got ouchies. Mallory got ouchies.
Oh wait, no, that's on hard though. Was she
yeah, I
supposed to
rolled
roll on
wrong.
hard?
No.
No.
Okay, cool.
Let's try that again.
Thank you.
Hey,
There we go.
that's more like it.
Noise.
Nice. All
Very
right.
nice.
Yeah. So needless to say, I noticed them, but are these like whip marks or
No,
are
they're more
these
like
just scratches?
burns, like scratches,
Okay.
but they've more transitioned more into like bigger burns that you can tell as you're moving it away. It's stretching all like
Oh.
across her back. You probably wouldn't tell because she covers her body all the time, mostly. So
So I guess
like,
like as I'm wiping and I notice them, I just kindly whisper like, "Does this hurt?"
oh no, no,
Okay. As long as it doesn't hurt,
I've
and just
had
keep
them
going.
So sweet.
for a long time.
So cute.
Yeah, I mean, cause she's used to seeing like like abuse marks
Oh
and
dang.
burn
that's sad
marks
again.
in that case. She just she doesn't want to draw too much attention to it, but she also wants to make sure that she's not currently hurting you by wiping the ink off.
Oh yeah, no, she's fine.
Yeah, so I guess we just stand there in like pseudo silence as she how far is this ink? How far does this ink go down?
It's only like on her neck.
Okay. Yeah. She's just like
Move the nightgown to check.
Oh my. Again.
like she's sitting
Oh my
dabbing
gosh.
your neck, but also like kind of trying to move the shirt down enough so she doesn't get wet, but also not expose your back to her.
Oh, that's
Sona is struggling right now. Both of you two are
Like,
set up for the mission to go meet Irene, yes?
Yeah.
I
As
mean, like,
I was about to say as I'm wiping, I was like, yeah, we can sorry we can sorry, hold on, we can
roll for gay panic. Is Asona's face red? at all?
Sona's
Roll for
face
gay
is-
panic.
Roll, actually, yes,
Yeah.
roll for gay panic.
That's
Roll
right.
panic.
I said it as a joke. No.
Panic attack. Drink iced coffee.
is that what would that even be?
I feel
Just
like it would
make
be
it a way-
sanity, but it's like a fight. Damn,
Maybe
that's funnier.
charisma?
That's funnier, actually.
Oh, that's
Charm is even
good.
funnier.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Let me roll
So
Mallory's
she's-
charm. Actually, that's actually I really want to do
No,
that.
not again. Let her breathe.
Mhm.
I don't want
She's
to,
actually
though. That's the
stuttering,
fun
but she's
part.
kind of explaining to you that you guys are gonna like head to her place of work first, so that you can gather things and head out. And like trying not to look like you can tell in the mirror that her eyes.
There's
keep
no mirror.
darting.
The mirror is blocked off.
Oh, yeah, there are no mirrors in here.
Yeah, it's just
Oh,
a sheet like covering it.
that's so much better. Yeah, she keeps looking towards it to make sure that you can't see her.
Fully unaware that it's
Right.
not that there's nothing in that mirror.
Are you alright, Mrs.
Yeah, like
Sona?
every time.
She's just
It's
looking
like
down
she's
at you.
still, I was like, she's still like very tired, so like she keeps forgetting that it's covered, and she keeps looking at it to make sure you can't see her, and then she's like, "Oh, okay,
I'm
great."
just looking at you weirdly.
It's like, what is wrong with this one? All right, you both
You're
are
alright, Miss
headed-
Sona.
I'm going to say that you both are going to complete your preparations
Ooh.
to head out. I believe this
Yeah,
leaves Venus.
Yes.
Venus
You've
and
been up for the past
Keith, yeah.
hour listening to all the movements in your house, but it's only at this point the sounds start to become so insufferable you actually have to get up and do something about it.
Venus is absolutely not a morning person. Is everybody like still in the house before they like set off?
Yes.
I would like to say I would have brought Venus's coffee and food to
Venus, you have
there.
coffee and food.
I immediately like upon waking up I start eating it. My eyes are half shut and I'm like calculating the moves for the day. Is Keith like in the room or like is Keith is in the house, right? Or no?
Knowing Keith, I'm gonna assume Keith. You can double check. You can confirm or deny. I'm going to assume Keith made the offer to just sleep in a separate room with Silver, so the guys are all on one side. All Oh, well, no, I guess.
Guy and NB.
I
But
really
yes.
stopped and went, wait, no, most of y'all are NB. Keith just in an entirely separate room. Keith's, oh, damn. Keith said, I'm over here.
Okay, cool. Then Venus is definitely like just in their mind as they're like munching on the food that SJ brought, which they will actually yell out like, "Thanks, SJ," before they start eating.
You're welcome. I love you. Goodbye.
Love you. Bye. And yeah, I think they're just trying to like mentally plan out their day. They are thinking of going to see Dr. Kane. I feel like SJ and Venus would have talked like before they went to bed of like their plans for the next day, because that is the type of person Venus is, at least with SJ only. Like they would tell SJ where they're going. So I think they may know that SJ is gonna take Sylvie, so they would tag along with Keith. Yeah.
All right,
And then I think once they finished eating, they take a shower, set on hell, and then they go to wake up Keith.
I would
They
like to
like
say there would have been 30 minutes of that conversation where SJ would have been like, "Why can't I go with you?" Like, and that,
what
but
do
they
you
would have.
mean I have to go with this one?
But yeah, but actually, SJ liked Sylvie, so it would have only been, actually it would have only been 15 minutes. It would have been 30 to 45 for anybody else.
I could totally see that.
Insane.
Yeah,
Venus,
they
since
go to
Keith
wake
is
up.
next in the order, you can just wake them. You can just wake them up and RP that out, and I'll say that's you getting prepared. Go ahead and go off.
Hell yeah. Yeah, they nudge Keith awake. Like if Keith is like laying on the floor, they just gently like nudge him awake with their foot. They're not gonna bend down. I'm not gonna lie. They're like, Keith.
I'm not gonna lie.
Keith.
Okay, so
Just increasingly
So-
getting louder.
so here's what I'm gonna say. Actually,
Mhm.
here's what I'm gonna say in this situation. Respectfully, I
Mhm.
don't think Keith was ever asleep.
Really?
I think he actually stayed up the whole because DM confirmed has it been raining?
I think
Yep,
so.
it
Yeah.
stopped
Probably.
raining. It's been raining this entire
Nonstop.
time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So therefore,
Okay.
I'd feel like at this current moment, Keith has been just listening to the sounds of the rain hit the roof of the building,
Oh
and
my
he has just
gosh.
been sitting there, like kind of like you know how some characters, whenever they're just like they can't sleep, they're not even under the covers, they're just still fully clothed, sprayed out, like looking
Staring
at
at the fucking
ceiling.
ceiling. Yep.
Yeah. You can see the eye bags from Keith, and he's just like staring, listening to the sounds of the rain. I don't
Oh, in
even
that
think he,
case,
as a matter of fact,
go
I don't
ahead.
even think he knows that people are awake at this current moment. He is listening that hard.
Shit. In that case, like when Venus comes up and sees Keith and they like take note of him and his demeanor, could I do like maybe like an insight check or a psychology check to get a vibe for what
I
he may be
honestly,
feeling right now?
I'm gonna be straight. I'm gonna be honest.
Mm-hmm.
You. This is not normal behavior.
Mm-hmm.
I would say just fucking, go and do what you got to do.
As a fellow haunted individual, Venus will like squat down and they would change their approach and they would gently like shake him. They would grab him by the shoulder and shake him.
Oh, good morning.
Rise to shine, buddy. Had a long night?
Yeah, I had a great sleep.
Hmm.
It was wonderful.
The eye bags say differently.
This is just part of my demeanor. Excuse me. I smell breakfast. We should get some.
Yeah. Okay. Do that.
Never have I heard a more
I'm
awkward
kidnapping you.
conversation between adults.
Right? Venus is like, right. Okay. Well, breakfast is in the kitchen. We're going to see Dr. Kane today. They get up and they go back to their office.
Oh God.
Okay.
All right. Of the three pairs, who feels the most lucky?
Me.
And
Yeah,
who
I'm
feels
feeling
like
lucky
this?
too. I'm with you, Keith. I'm with you. I'm feeling
And who
lucky.
feels like
I'm
this?
gonna go with the player that got a 19 and a 20. That's what I'm gonna go
I
with.
know you fucking lying, dog. Why
All
you even
right.
say me?
The luckiest part of each pair. Guess a number between 1 and 20. I'm so
Oh,
serious.
15.
This is funnier.
17.
4.
17, 4.
I'm gonna go with 4 as well.
4
That's
is
my favorite
low.
number.
You
That's
gotta
my
pick a
favorite number.
number.
Twins.
You gotta
Twin
pick a
them
different-
out.
Y'all cannot have the same number. The game does not work.
Wait, no.
Oh
it's-
damn.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll pick 5. I'll pick 5. I'll pick
Wait,
5.
no. Y'all are part of the same group. Didn't we need one person from each group?
Yes.
Oh, we're dumb.
10.
This is going
Well, we
so
both picked the
well.
same number anyway.
And 10. I sit down in the center.
I
Uh,
said 15.
y'all, I need some of y'all to make decisions. This is really funny.
It was 17.
No, Ari said 10.
Those were the.
All right, 17, 10. Got it.
Four.
Got it.
Got it. Good. I feel like there was a commercial like that at some point, like in the early 2000s.
Probably. The number was 13. So,
Darn.
Sid and your group, you go first.
Hey.
No, it would be.
Wait,
Ari.
17
It would be me and the
Dumb.
Chelsea.
17 and 10 are the
So
same
dumb.
distance,
It's
isn't it?
fine. It's fine.
No.
It's fine. I have a brain
Number
stem.
13.
It's 3 and 4. It's very close. We were very close.
Right.
It's like
Isona
a
is
3
headed-
different and a 4 different.
Right.
Oh, it is 4.
Isona, you are headed
stupid.
to work, and Mallory, you're headed to your shop, yes?
Yeah, she's headed to the shop.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
We're going to start with Isona. Isona, you make your way using just local trams to get to your office. It's already fairly early in the morning, but again, you're from the largest of the public safety offices. So it is already bustling. People are being brought in from last night, few from priorly busted up what are they called? Goodness, speakeasies. Some just for intoxication the night before, others for some stupid acts like fighting in public. All in a line being processed. The internal, there are already people that are helping to sort the day's documents, set up the new works for the day. It is already moving and bustling. The entire area smells like freshly brewed coffee. You enter.
Yeah, so like a typical day in the office, she comes in not necessarily with the biggest smile possible, but with one that's just way too friendly for her coworkers. And so as she's walking in, she's of course saying hi to everybody, and everybody's just kind of grumbling at her until she gets to her office or like her cubicle area. And like everybody that passed by, she's saying hi to as she grabs, like her police gun, her badge, baton, all that, and the keys to a car.
Fair enough. You
Yeah.
grab everything you need to grab, and your coworkers, quite literally, as you walk past some of them, they look up and will quickly look away or busy themselves doing other things. The few that you say hi to are either grumbling or doing their best to make some mockery out of pleasantries before continuing on with their way. It is a tough day.
Tough day for me or tough day for them? Like, does this seem unusual?
No, it's a pretty good day for you, actually. They're talking back.
Oh, okay, great. Because normally people just ignore her, so it seems like she doesn't think that she has to explain where she's going to anybody, and it seems like it's going just as she thought, just a little bit better. Because they actually said good morning.
Quite literally, as you're going through everything, it doesn't really seem like anyone's asked so far.
Yeah. So she just grab a cruiser, I guess, and heads towards Mallory to pick her up.
You now have a car. Congratulations. The first car has been obtained. You know what that means.
This is terrible.
Yay! Driving check. Driving check.
Driving check. Go ahead and make me that driving check.
Cool. Let's see.
I believe in you.
This is gonna go horribly.
Actually,
Did
put
anybody
skills
invest in the
up.
driving skill?
Yeah,
I did
Jeff,
because
it's Sona.
I did too.
Holy shit.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, you hit the streets with this thing. Easy fucking money. Easy peasy drive.
Yeah, it's like every other day because she's not a uniform cop, but she does help out in the community a lot. So she's like out there doing, street work where she's like the traffic cop or, writing parking tickets if she does see a car that happens to not be where it's supposed to be, or like helping people out of trees and stuff like that. Because literally nobody cares where she goes.
It's totally fine. You go about your workday as normal. Did you even want to bother telling your boss where you're going or that you're taking a leave of absence, to be honest?
I left her a note because she has told me so many different times to not like talk to her in the morning before 12. So I learned my lesson a long time ago and just left her a note on her desk and went ahead and left.
Isona, you leave. You now also have a car, which opens you up to additional modes of transportations. If you remember that larger map that I showed.
Yes.
The one that we're currently looking at in Roll20?
Yes, the one all of you are being forced to stare at constantly.
Yes, I do know that map, actually.
As you know, it'll take you about a day to reach each station. Depending on how you drive, and if you just floor it, you could technically make it to a station in half a day. It will be more dangerous, but you can do it, and you now have access to a car to try.
Is this faster than train?
Yes, but you are making so many drive auto checks.
Cool. Yeah, for sure, I'll do that.
And every failed one means I get to pick a random event that happened. It's not even always, oh, you crashed the car. Sometimes it's, oh, hey, it's making a weird sound. It's rattling. Yeah, all the lights came on. It's like a Christmas tree.
Yeah, that's cool. It's not my car, so.
I love that mentality so much. That's so dangerous. I love it. Let's do it. Mallory.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, God. That was said with such a lack of enthusiasm.
No, for real.
Mallory, what are you doing on this fine morning?
She's going back to her store. Basically going back to her office. And she's basically making sure that she has everything. She's dressed more office.
One more time?
Got an echo on your end.
Is it still there?
No, not anymore.
All right, perfect.
But she's going back to her office in her shop.
Mm-hmm.
And she's basically going through her belongings and stuff just to make sure that she has everything before she leaves. She does pick up, open like one of her compartments, picks up certain amounts of cards with like her information on them, and one of her handguns that she owns.
Actually, swinging open your office door, sitting on top of your desk, wrapped up in an exorbitant amount of red ribbon, cut thin almost like threads, is a gift with an M on top of it. And an ungodly amount of hearts around. An ungodly amount of hearts in one of the corners.
Do I know who it's from?
It's your dad. It's always your dad.
Is there like a card on it or anything? Or is it just... Is it just a card on the, is it just like the letter M, or is it just a card that she can read on there?
It is an envelope. It has an M on the front with all of the hearts. Opening it inside, the letter does read. Hold on.
Yeah, you're gonna have to type that in chat. I'm not gonna know what it is.
Opening it up, the letter does read. I'll be away for the duration of a month, but I assumed I should leave you a little gift along with found goods. Take care of yourself.
Ah.
Someone is looking after the little ones.
Why?
Surprise vacation.
Man said, they grown.
I'm just typing notes. Sorry if I'm quiet.
You are okay. Notes.
Mallory having
what
like a
does the
doting
gift look
father.
like?
You got some echo in your background again,
Yeah, you
Prim.
got a little echo, yeah.
Heckity heck. Get off of here. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. Mallory having a doting father is so cute, though.
A doting father and a little brother who just wants to go home. All right, think about it.
Nice.
Must be nice.
Does the
That was so sad the way you said it.
Damn, I
That's
forgot. You're just a
fine.
cult
Damn.
baby. You're a cult
Yeah.
baby. Damn.
Clip that shit, please.
I got it.
but
Aw.
oh my god, what was I thinking of? What does the package look like?
It's literally just like it's like a larger size dress box. Definitely bigger than one, but it's covered in red ribbon. He has a very bad habit of just wrapping stuff up in ribbon.
Can I make a history check to see if I know what type it is? Like if this is like a repeat gift?
You can shake the box, but it sounds like there's a bunch of stuff in there.
Okay, well I untie it and open it then.
Untying and opening the box, on one quarter you see about neatly folded into an envelope with a clip around it, about $100 cash. On the other side of the box is a small handgun. I don't remember what they're called, but it's the versions that have the shortened off barrels and will only hold about 3 shots each. Typically believed to be more of a woman's gun. I do not remember what it is called. I swear to you.
Let me look at my character sheet because I think I have that already in my character sheet.
I can, however, send you the exact image that made me say, I'm giving you this gun. It is now in recaps and additional information.
Give me 1 second. I'm trying to see if I can find it in my. I cannot find
Oh,
it. Hold on.
what are they called? A derringer? Is that how you pronounce it?
Thank you, yes!
I was like racking my brain for the name of that shit.
Those very
Little
small
tiny pistol.
ones. Yeah, the ones made for
Mhm.
basically snake shooters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Ladies
okay.
definitely don't.
Here we go. I just scrolled past it. Oh my god, I found it.
Oh, this one is so cute.
Pops literally just said, here, have a gun.
Is it a pretty gun?
It is a pretty gun.
Okay, of course it is.
Obviously. He knows his daughter.
Yeah.
On the other side, neatly lined up, there's about 6 different boxes of extra ammunition for you. And in the center, there's just some pretty nice brooch that he seemed to have gotten you. It looks very nice. Nothing special, but very nice.
Okay. Yeah, okay. That should be on here. It's not on the Roll21, but I got it on my.
Don't worry, we'll add it on later.
I mean, I have the version of it. I don't know. Maybe it's a different weapon. I don't know.
It is a different weapon. Don't worry, I'll add it to your sheet
Oh,
later.
well,
You have a new gun.
she already had another gun.
He wanted you to have
Now
a new
you have
gun.
2 guns.
Yeah, now we have
Dual
2.
wield them. Look cute while doing it.
Yeah. What's it called again? Sorry, so I can type it in.
I don't know.
Derringer.
Derringer? I don't know what it is. All right. I don't know.
I'm never showing the internet this chat. This is hilarious.
Chat where? In the
Look at D
in our Discord. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Discord. Okay.
This game is sponsored by actually no, it was sponsored by Discord. I can make tea. I can make money. Dang, I'm broke. Discord sponsor me.
This drink is brought to you by niggas. Send
ladies,
Prim
don't
money
argue.
today.
I just saw it.
You
Ladies,
joke,
don't
but I think
argue
someone
That
with
is
a
is here.
literally-
burglar.
By the
This
way,
would
my
be her for
throne
real.
is linked in the chat. If you'd like to participate, I'm entirely kidding. I don't think anything's on there except I think axolotl fins.
Mallory would. Mallory would.
I actually need to redo this. I just clicked into it. I have things on here I already own because I bought it myself out of boredom. I need to fix that. Don't buy anything
This
off my
is
throne.
hilarious.
It will get sold for cash.
All right. She
All right,
does
then.
have a. I feel like she would have a gun that Mordecai doesn't know about. That's
Yeah,
more like.
most definitely you can pull out anything additionally that you want.
Yeah, she has another gun that she keeps secret in her in one of the drawers that she has, and oh my god, she's like reaching into another one of her desks, and she has some of the ID cards that she has, and she does take that with her and put it in her bag.
Absolutely.
More than what normal people would have.
You have them locked and loaded.
Mm-hmm.
But all right.
And now she just waits for a Sona.
Sona,
Hell
are you
yeah,
going
brother.
to pick up? Are you gonna pick up the lovely lady?
I sure am. I'm actually pulling up like now, and you hear like those old car noises outside.
Pulling up like now.
Like she's like,
That
I was like, she pulls up in a change of clothes, by the way, cause
Oh, Mallory definitely changed her clothes. She's probably more
Yeah,
probably in
Mallory
darker
had
clothes.
a mirror. Mallory was having a good day.
yeah, since she's not like on official duty today, she actually changed into her like casual clothes. Cause her house is on the way to Mallory's from the station. Like she technically
Mm.
lives like the heart of the city, kinda. So she's pretty close to everything. Just like how she
Mm.
like.
What does casual Asona look like?
I actually sent the picture when I first sent everything. Hold on, I'm gonna pull them up because she's kind of in like business casual clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Because she
Like button
is
up jeans type beat?
no, she does not wear jeans.
I forgot jeans do just
Noted.
exist. Like I forgot jeans used to be literal workers' clothes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
true. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say she is a career woman, and she's like an educated one. So
Period.
I
Material
would think,
girl.
yeah, she's like, sure, I'm in casual clothes, but that doesn't mean, I have to look homeless type of thing.
It does.
Yeah.
I mean, you would have like a full
I'm
drop.
dead.
It does give as someone would have like a full drop waist dress, try to put on a proper hat, and eventually just give up and wrap their hair up in a turban and be like, you know what? It's fine. I look great. It's fine.
Yeah, I was about to say, knowing that Mallory has her like horns out almost all the time, she does put
Mhm.
her hair up instead of just braiding it down. But yeah, so she's in business casual clothes, still in some heels though, because that's
Let
all
me
she knows.
see
And
if I can go on her Pinterest board to see what Mallory will be wearing, because she's definitely wearing something darker than her usual attire. But yeah, but she does see you outside. Suitcase ready.
yeah, and like she's wearing, I don't know if you'll be able to show everybody this picture,
I will
but
not.
she's
I
wearing
cannot.
the one with
But
the, yeah, I was about to say she's wearing the one with the trench coat. So she's wearing her like
Is it in?
vest
Oh, okay.
a woman
type
pants.
thing.
Oh my.
Yeah, I was like, she's definitely like her build is not meant for jeans. That's
I ain't
just
even mad at you. I'm about to send you like pictures. I was
Is it
pulling
a
up to have an
fashion
image.
disaster?
No, it's actually very cute. Well, except the sleeves,
Cute.
but that's okay.
Yeah.
yeah, that's exactly. I swear to you, we saw the same pictures when I was making this character.
But yes,
But,
you both load into the car. I'm going to say that you start your journey outside of the capital.
Yep.
Now,
Yes.
there is a slight caveat to this. You selected a police cruiser to drive out of the city. Typically, for a car to leave the capital, there's a small level of care that needs to be put in. You need to have a reason for leaving, a reason for coming in, all that lovely thing that happens when a city is on some form of a soft lockdown because there's potential threats that could come and go. However, you're in a police car. No one even bothers to check. You pull up and they just immediately flag you through the city's entrance, and you are on your way.
I was about to say, I grabbed
Alright.
my badge just in case as well. Like, in case somebody's like,
I
why
do
the
imagine
hell
you
are
just
in a
flashed them with it and they just kind of saluted and kept moving.
pool?
Mhm.
Which does make our next target Sid and Silver. How we doing?
We out here.
Anyway, I started blasting.
Yeah,
Literally.
we leaning with it and in fact rocking it. Yeah, I mean SJ gets dressed in their normal attire, which is very like I'm gonna send a picture in chat, but it's very like Amelia Earhart-esque, like Amelia Earhart chic.
I expect
Um,
nothing less.
it is
That's cute.
like long boots, green, like these like weird linen pants, a leather jacket, but also like a dress shirt and a tie underneath the leather jacket. The accessories don't make sense, but that's what it's giving.
This is
So
exactly what I have come to expect.
yeah, so SJ's ready to roll with it. And SJ's like, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
You both, Silver. Did you change clothes? Or did you say I'm wearing what I got?
Yeah, so Silver just changed his shirt, put on a nice black shirt, still got on black slacks, dress shoes. It's like, he could just be a nicely dressed guy, but he also could be mafia. You really can't tell.
Who's to say? And the worst part is, you are at least some part else. People are looking at it like they can't be mafia at their age. I mean, I don't know. How old are they? Damn it!
Exactly.
The new game of passerbys. How old is the pretty silver one? I love all of these fit checks. You two, if I recall correctly, we're going to check out the radio store first, yes?
That is correct, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright.
Oh, I'm gonna bring the boxes that have to do with the radio shit. So, AKA my bad.
You just walk around the box. I ain't even mad at you.
Yeah.
You, once again, by way of local tram and public fare, get around the city pretty easily. It is easy to get to the shopping districts around the academy. It's designed to be easy. A number of these shops were either started by students of the academy or their professors in hopes of garnering them some money and early experience within the business world. But some have... In God's, yes, if you had the resources, oh my god. But some stand as tried and true testaments simply of time itself. And it is here, in these tried and true testaments, you find a shop a bit unlike the others. Far from the shinier ones of the dress stores and the designs, the musical instruments, the school supplies. Tucked between what is seemingly a repair and an audit shop, all with faded and withered signs and clientele coming in that is far older than even the professors or admin typically are, is a shop with signs painted a bit too new. Windows particularly too clean, especially as you lean in to see the interior is stuffed to the brim with a mess of items and objects, littering every possible corner and crevice. The sign does say open, a hand-painted sign flipped over, depicting several birds taking off with the letter N. What shall we do?
SJ just walks in. I mean, I'm assuming it's open, right?
It is open, yes.
Yeah, SJ just walks inside. SJ's like, "Hello, it's me." And SJ has the card in hand, and is looking for anybody that like, I don't know, fits this description. Like, looks like somebody who would work here.
You walk around the store for a good while. a vast majority of the interior that once just seemed to be random items from the outside, you now understand is littered with broken things. There is a rug with a long split down the... Oopsie. No one saw that. It's fine. There is a rug with a long split down the centers, carefully being sewn back together in a pattern. Jewelry scatters one of the counters, all being carefully chained and relinked. In one corner, there is a horde of radios, all gutted for their parts. And on the other side, a set neatly rebuilt, constructed. Some older models you remember from the first releases. Others brand new models, seemingly awaiting their process of being scrapped for parts as well. This is as much an antique shop as it is a repair house. But there doesn't quite seem to be anyone working. You can roll me a listen or anything you'd like, but you do not for now hear movement.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll that listen check.
Hit me with your best shot. Dun.
Critical success!
Let's go.
Oh my gosh, let's fucking go, SJ.
Do you know what a buzzsaw sounds like? Not a buzzsaw, I'm sorry, a bone saw.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you mean that in real life or in general.
Oh, wait. Do you mean like me Bree or me SJ?
Bree.
Oh, no.
It is a...
Unfortunately,
Damn, I'm gonna give you a hug. Holy crap. It is a very unique, grating sort of sound. You can hear whatever it is cutting through. It is not designed particularly for precision, but rather effectiveness. You hear what sounds to be this noise alongside a very distant and faint muttering. At the same time, though, along with this noise, you hear the scraping sounds of someone finalizing something, making curves, a low whistle of someone dedicated to their work, keeping tune or track of what they are doing. For as much as you hear the sounds of butchery, there is also sounds of bliss and genuine enjoyment. Coming from just beyond a back room, a far corner with a few rugs outstretched over to cover the entrance of it.
Do I know where that...
You would know.
Like, I'm assuming I would know where it is coming.
You can find it easy.
Oh, fantastic. SJ just goes inside. SJ,
Oh.
if it's over the counter, SJ will hop over the counter and be like, hello.
SJ, you walk behind everything in this shop.
Hi.
I'm dead.
Absolutely everything in this shop to where there is this back office. You attempt the doorknob, and finding it easily slides open, you simply throw it open, declaring your presence. To find an older woman jump. In front of her, a large piece of seemingly oak wood and a series of tools laid out across multiple tables. From the ceiling above you hangs and swings hundreds of instruments. There are violins, guitars, lyres, some you don't quite recognize, all half carved, none perfectly finished. The floor of this room littered with sawdust, so much so the woman even coughs as she looks up, seemingly snapped out of her trance. Looking to you as she coughs. I'm so sorry. I must have... Oh, my mind must have slipped me, and I must have missed your... if you wouldn't mind, this back office is private. I can meet you outside if that is more to your standard.
SJ looks at the ceiling, and their brain is immediately whirling, and they look at this woman, goes, pen and paper, pen and paper, pen and paper, pen and paper.
I'm sorry.
Pen and paper. Do you have pen and paper? Sylvie! I need pen and paper!
Her is directly behind her, hands in his pocket.
Oh, shit.
Like...
SJ had no idea you were directly behind him, and SJ's like, ah!
Scared me.
I love that.
I'm so sorry. Can I help you all to some degree?
Yes,
Yeah.
I have. Go ahead.
I hand you a pen. I don't have paper.
SJ just starts writing on their arm. Wait, no. SJ gives you the box. Gives Sylvie the box. Now you are in charge of this because SJ is now doodling on their arm with a pen.
Oh, dear,
I don't
please,
give it
please,
to
please
the.
don't,
I
please
give
don't,
it.
please don't. The person walks over and very carefully snatches the pen from your hand. Dear, that is a metal-tipped pen.
I need paper. Do you? I need to show. I need to make something because I need to know if you have seen it.
Could you
It
perhaps
is an
step out
instrument.
of my office first? My workshop?
Oh, is that what this is? Yes, I can do that. SJ.
Wonderful.
Then there's like a long period of SJ not moving, and then SJ's like, "Oh, right now, okay." And then SJ backs
The
up.
woman just sort of stares at you over her silver glasses. They are too small for her eyes, but the stare is fairly deadly as you ease your way out. She then steps out after you, rummaging across one of the desks, moving aside a good degree of glassware to produce a pen and a notepad, holding both out to you. Now then, why don't we begin here? I'd assume that you're one of the, her eyes dart you up and down. Academy's students?
Ha! Yes. At some point, I was.
Oh.
SJ. That's all SJ says, and SJ just starts drawing, and then SJ pauses and is like, "Sylvie, can you show her the box and what's in the box?" And then SJ starts drawing. SJ is trying to draw the instrument that they collaged together because they didn't bring it. Because why would they bring it? Because I knew it would be useful at some point. Anyway.
Memory check, dear.
What?
Memory check.
That's chicken nuggets.
Your
Whatever.
memory is high. Calm down.
Extreme success.
Yeah,
Period.
like you're fine. Draw it.
That's what I'm talking about. Anyways, Sylvie, pay the woman. Or wait, we don't give money.
This woman sort of huffs, and Sylvie, before you hand the box, sort of stops, walks back into her office. And you can watch as she does so, she's removing this apron that had been covering her clothing, throwing it aside. She's in there for about 5 minutes before she emerges again. Her hair, which had been tightly wrapped up in this turban style to keep the dust out, has been lowered to reveal she does have far longer hair than you're used to, but much of it has been braided and rolled up to give the illusion of a shorter look. She wears a long skirt that comes just about to her ankles with a cardigan thrown over top of it, alongside a button-up, neither of which are drop waist. Both actually reach far closer to her mid-hips. Her glasses, as well, are more outdated, closer to what you think would be something closer to 30 or 40 years ago. You can tell that she is aged and that she is experienced from her face and her eyes, but you don't quite see it in any sort of wrinkles or lines that you would expect from someone, especially someone who seems to have worked a physical job. She exhales, walking over to a table and clearing off a portion. Right then, for students and your particular brand of request, you can set your work right here, and I can get to it in whatever due time or modifications will be needed. Provided, of course, you can get me any of the proper academic papers that would be required for this. Does that suit you?
SJ looks up from their drawing and then goes, "Oh, no, that's not what this is."
Oh.
SJ stops and and looks inside of the box and just shuffles for a card and shows it to her and goes, "This is you. This is this place."
She leans forward, inspecting the card. That would be me, yes, but that is a relatively old design of my work.
Interesting. she takes the box from Sylvie, um, that I just gave him because
Dear God.
SJ is so chaotic. It's just like there are things in this box that are broken or strange, and we got it in a there's a long pause and goes estate sale. Look, and then I look at Sylvie like we did realizing that we absolutely did not get
Come up
straight
with a
if we
cover
were gonna
story at all.
yeah, no, we didn't. Like
So
yeah,
Silver jumps on on that like quickly. Like I think Silver might actually be the best person to travel with SJ because he's always like go with the flow, so he can roll with the chaos. Um,
Mm.
so yeah, he's like, yeah, estate sale. It was a pretty good price, but yeah, don't really get it. I gotta find Silver's voice anyway.
yes, is it worth anything and does it make something that we do not know what it is?
So similar to an academic project.
Sure.
Set it on the table, dear.
I put the box on the table.
Placing the box on the table, they reach underneath it, pulling two white gloves over their hands and pulling out a wooden tool as they begin to prod at what is the context of the box, occasionally finding an interesting piece, lifting it and inspecting it, muttering to themselves, placing it back. You say you found this at an estate sale of some sort.
Yes.
Tell me more if you don't mind.
It was a sale that was at an estate.
She looks
Those
to
large
you.
estates.
She looks to
And
you, and sort of there's a half smile and nod, and then she looks to Sylvie a bit more pointedly. Very much, yes. Good job, dear. Now then.
Um, so hold on, because like Mac doesn't have anything ready, but can I like roll charm to see
Go
if
off.
Silver does?
I'm not gonna hold you hard.
Okay.
is it because SJ is weird?
No, it's because she's too used to this.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
So about that one free re-roll.
Go off.
Oh fuck you.
The dice said nope, Silver is not allowed to be charming.
All right. Um, I'm not quite sure what it is you want to know.
Well, how about we start with your names? For example, I am Loretta Hart, owner of this little workshop. Who might you to be?
SJ.
Name Silver.
Silver and SJ. Wonderful names. Did you select them yourselves?
It's chosen for me in school.
I see.
The hair and all.
It is the nickname my parents gave me before they died. Looks at the woman like, yeah, you should feel bad, and then keeps just
So, I realize insight isn't a thing, but she doesn't even seem to feel bad. She sort of looks up to you with a very knowing and empathetic expression, offering you a smile. I'm sorry for their passing, but it is kind of you to keep a portion of them with you. Now then, contents of this box. Did you happen to find it all at once? Were you cherry picking pieces? Did you simply take the box for a nickel and continue on your way?
Yes, it was the entire box. We couldn't actually see the contents until we had purchased it, but we were assured that there was something of value inside. And when we opened it, let's just say we didn't have much understanding.
It was only 50 cents and it sounded like there was a lot of rattling and valuable, and rattling normally means valuable things. I'm not sure if this is valuable yet.
Ah, I see. Well, I'm remiss to inform you, nothing really in this box is of any particular value. Parts of it would be valuable to me, but that is because of the nature of my business. And even then, so many of these are duplicates, I couldn't receive all of this from you evenly. If I had to guess, she knocks a few of the pieces over again with the wooden dowel. If I had to guess, it would seem someone had been taking pieces of their own radios apart or certain instruments around their home and simply left all the remaining pieces in a box, making a bit of a rusted mess.
Did you say instrument?
Instruments, tools, anything of import, really.
Hypothetically speaking, if I showed you an image of something, would you be able to look at the things inside of this box and determine if the image that I gave you was made from things that the remnants of this box could have once been?
I could attempt.
Fantastic.
You,
What's my character's name? SJ.
Ha.
SJ turns the booklet around to show them the drawing, which is like a perfect replica of the collage that I've put together. Have you ever made something like this, or had somebody make something like this, or know somebody who would want this?
She takes off the glove on her right hand, taking up the booklet and looking it over very carefully. There are very long and slow pauses as she examines it, mutters to herself, clearly in thought, before placing it in between her middle and pointer finger and handing it back to you. I'm terribly sorry, I don't believe I recognize it.
I need to roll, like, what's it psychology?
Make me whatever you want. You got psychology, you got psychoanalyze. I feel like there should be a stat called call bullshit. I was
right, cause
gonna make y'all mark that hard, but honestly, you for regular, that makes sense. Sid, actually, for regular, it also makes sense. You're a journalist. It's easy for you.
we both got extreme successes. So eat.
Whilst they looked over the image, there was no sort of fear, no hesitation, no sort of negative association. But the longer they looked at the image and muttered about it, there seemed to be something of longing, remembrance, nostalgia. Certainly a happier emotion.
Do you want to handle this, Max / Sylvie, or as the best Jay does? It's my number.
Okay, I got it.
I only ask because I want. If you want to do something, please do it.
All right.
Please do it first.
So, Silver is going to walk over closer and that look right there, that one.
Pardon?
What were you thinking when you made that expression?
Which one, dear?
It looked like you remembered something.
Just my fonder days when me and my friends would run around, very similar to you and yours. There is a pain in her eyes as she says it. It gives you a very small smile, internally shrinking herself inward a bit.
It's like an adventure, right?
Something of the sort, yes. Seems to be what you are on in this work. I'd say it is a very interesting costume for me and a very interesting design. I believe that'd be the proper word for this. It's unique.
Well,
You are free to roll whatever you want as many times as you want.
I think at this point, SJ's going to like the entire time SJ has looked like kind of manic, but like kind of looks like just like a crazy person, like somebody who's like not all there, right?
Yeah, here's
And
the
it's
thing.
like,
You are very used to people when you get like this, either being a little paranoid or a little flustered. Lottie is just consistently just nodding, just like, oh look, there they go. Alrighty then.
yeah, and I feel like there's a small group of people who just like treat SJ almost like a kid, like, oh, that's so cute, sweetie. Like, and I feel like that's what Red is doing. But
It's not
SJ's
even treating you like a kid. It's give me a psychoanalyze, actually.
Oh, my psychoanalyze is booty, butt check.
Or psychology.
I'll give you a psychology. Nice, come on! Hard
People
success.
don't usually hold that much fondness for other people's children. The look and the way she's acting around you doesn't even seem to be one of, like, sort of simplifying you or pushing you down. It simply seems to be fondness for some part of you.
Actually, okay, so that's good. So I'm actually gonna change the tactic. SJ's going to like pause in what she's doing and then look at her like really seriously. Do we recognize her as somebody in the book?
That is a
yearbook?
harder role if you want to make. That photograph was fairly old and fairly aged, and on top of that, it was so long ago people in it would have aged. You would need
Pause.
to make yes.
Then I would like to do something else.
Oh.
Can I
I'll make a hard memory.
well, yeah, that can make a hard memory. But what I'm gonna do is I am going to
I'll
fast
use luck points for that, homie.
It can either be fast talk or psychology. You let me know. But what I'm thinking is, what's it called? Was there a label underneath one of those pictures, like or like a background? So like, weren't they in a gym or something?
The photograph simply had all of them sitting outside under this large tree pictured around. There wasn't really a label to it, just a lot of drawings all across it.
But I remember, what's it called? What do I remember? What year was the yearbook for? Like, do I because I imagine it would have been like class of blah 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 at some point.
Oh, it was from like 30 years ago or so. 30, maybe 35. It's old.
So like 1890-ish?
Probably, yeah.
Or no, 1890. No, that's not. Yeah, no, wait, 1920s.
No, you're right.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, thank you. So, I have to.
Yep, that's accurate.
But what SJ is going to do is that SJ is going to pause in like their like incessant rambling and their kind of like crazed look. And instead what they are gonna do is that they're gonna look at this person really hard and they're going to tilt their head and then they say, 1875, no, 1885 or 1890.
Are you? Dear, you know it's incredibly rude to try to guess a woman's age, yes?
No, yes. Uh, Dr. Adeline Eisner, Constance, Irene, Agnes, a couple of others under a tree in the yearbook of 1890. A picture, a photograph.
I use luck
Violet.
points for my roll, so like I should be able to just like recall that, right?
Silver, as you hear SJ listing off all of this information, these variables, as you simply hear them prattle on and on as they do about this photograph and the details they remember attempting to evoke a reaction. You take a longer look at her face, at her eyes, at exactly where the glasses sit on them. There was a person in that, there were several people in that image you could not place. You had never seen them before, never met them. Perhaps they had never risen to the same level as fame. Perhaps they simply chose never to make themselves as public as others. But one of those people is staring back at you. Hair in a almost identical style, simply woven more tightly upwards. The same baggier clothes and shape of dress, same cardigan even, same glasses. You had remembered them from the photo leaning against the one who had been a young Dr. Crane. And SJ, it is as you go through
Wait. Are you saying Dr. Kane, the one that Venus was going to see today?
Of course.
Okay.
She was leaning on Dr. Kane in the photo.
You?
And SJ,
Okay, sorry.
I'm gagged. Okay.
And SJ, it is as you go through these details, these small bits of information, that the face of Loretta drops. There is this long, pained sigh. I would explain what Agnes told me about you, dear. It also explains why she liked you so much. She looks to Silver. Would one of you be so kind as to make that sign to close, please? I didn't hear it. I can't exactly move as I used to.
She has to move the sign to close. One of us will move the sign to close.
Oh, yeah. Silver will happily do that. And the door lock.
And as Silver does that, SJ leans over the counter. Their elbows like pressed against the counter, and their hands like resting against their cheeks. And they're like, Loretta, we're trying to solve.
I would assume so. You're free to call me Lottie, though, if you wish. I'm more accustomed to it.
Lottie. And SJ notes that down and writes, Loretta, Lottie, heart. And then there's a note, like they're not concerned about Loretta seeing them write this. They're writing it down, and they're just like, and underneath they write, kind but sad eyes.
And we are going to cut you lot off there and move on to our next little group of fun. Keith and Venus.
Hi.
Good morning.
Insane besties out on the town.
Hey.
This is why they don't let me do things anymore. You all, I'm trying to think. You all, again, same as the others, take the public trans up to where you know a lot of the larger offices are, and especially where Crane's office is. Now, Crane does have a fairly notable office. They've become renowned for their studies, and while it's a bit of a guess if you'll ever see them at this office or one of their other ones, you are fairly lucky today in which they are within their current residence. The nurses that had been up front had looked to you for a short moment, reading the letter that you had handed them regarding, goodness, what's it called? Regarding your referral, both from the academy and from Doors and from a few other sources, and don't truly even bother questioning you for bringing in Keith, simply offering you a very demeaning smile as they gesture you forward. Of course, Dr. Crane will be seeing you shortly, if you wouldn't mind waiting in the hall. They're just wrapping up with another client.
Sure. Venus like goes and has a seat in the waiting room, tapping their foot. Honestly, like anxiously.
That's a concerning laugh.
No, I'm sorry. The tapping the foot is what's giving to me.
Tip, tap, tip, tap, tip, tap, tip, tap, tip, tap. The waiting area is, for someone as notable,
Big ass office. I'm sorry.
For someone as notable as Dr. Crane, you had expected a nicer office, and it is incredibly nice. The walls are decorated with some of the newest furniture. There are antiques and awards littering the rows and counters that you walk past. Everything seems to be well kept and maintained. Even the receptionists themselves, upon noticing the rainwater that you attracted, stood up near immediately to go wipe it up before sitting back down again, returning to their work. All with a very high degree of technical jovialness. But despite that, it's small. It is not the sprawling office you expected, the laboratories, the larger areas where graduate students or workers could move about freely. This seems to be just a temporary place of visit.
Interesting.
Thankfully, you are only in the hall for a short while. Before, well, Venus, you can actually make me a memory check.
Oh my fucking god. Okay.
Face your demons, and your demons are just your peers.
Literally.
How are we so afraid of a 50-50? This is what you've done to us.
Ha! I
Listen.
win! I have feared
Success
God.
30 versus 55.
You hear a voice that, now mind you, here's the thing. Hearing the name, seeing a face, that does nothing truly. But sometimes it is the voice that registers just how well you know a person. And it is the voice of Dr. Carmen Crane that cracks through this open door as they throw it open. Redwood.
Dr. Craven Crane?
Carmen.
Wait.
Actually.
Hold on. I know this person? Is this the fucking is that
I heard that.
Well, first of all, Carmen is fine.
I'm not gonna lie. Listen, when you said Dr. Crane, I was expecting a man. I don't know. I was expecting a full on. As soon as you know what?
Fun fact for all our audience members: I forget men exist when I make NPCs. It's a running problem. I'm so sorry.
I'm not seeing
or white people.
No, that's on purpose.
That's on purpose.
Okay.
Yeah, that's on purpose. I recognize this voice. Like, I recognize Carmen.
From events you have done throughout the academy throughout your years, Carmen has been a frequent speaker. They have come for talks, they have come for award ceremony, they have come simply to cheer on the graduates. They actually run a good deal of scholarship programs throughout the school supporting the youth. Their entire focus for the longest time had been benefiting the I hate you all. By the way, that is on chat. The whole stream can see. The stream can see you all be horny now. I'm not alone in my anger. I hate all of you for that.
You can't shame me. I have no shame.
You're not gonna. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly that.
Someone gets it.
I can't shame the depraved.
You can't. Glad you know.
Just stop making the characters hot, then we wouldn't have this problem.
But then you wouldn't listen to them explicitly. We've learned this. Tell me I'm wrong. I will point to it and tell me I'm wrong. Anyway, I can't.
Now we're just taking advantage of it.
A lot of their focus has been on creating better practices towards psychiatry and helping those that are deemed ill or unfit. There are reason a lot of the stereotypes around it have changed more so recently, actually. The work that they have done. Crane steps out. You have definitely met them before, but likely it's odd they remember you in specific. Dr. Carmen is, again, a beast folk, a land beast folk. Ears perk up a bit too sharp on their head to be any sort of a drooping animal, but shaped in a strange cone-like way that wouldn't be for a more predatory creature or one hearing their surroundings. Their feet that should be shaped more like cloven hooves that you'd expect instead tap like them, yes, but are covered in a hard stone material that comes up to what should be about their knee. A tail flicks behind them, tampered at the end in black fur, flicking behind their head as they lean down to greet you. There is a moment where you see they are attempting to go for a hug, but very quickly correct themselves, remembering you and how much that isn't particularly something you like. As they lean back.
If like Venus saw her like going in for a hug, they absolutely took an entire step back.
Yeah, they just, my apologies. It's been so long since I've seen such a good friend.
But we are like, okay, above board though, we are not good friends, right?
Memory?
Okay, great. I will do
memory.
that.
You are being conned. You are being gaslit in real time.
And me, Blue, cannot tell. So I'm like, is this happening? Like, but and I even went back like in my backstory notes. I'm like, did I write this bitch in? But I didn't find her though. I got a failure. 49 versus 27.
You're not. You talk to a lot of people at a lot of events, and you don't like most of them enough to remember their faces. Let's be very real. So probably she might consider you a friend. Maybe you accidentally said friendly things to her. You don't know.
I mean, yeah, I was a totally different person before the incident.
I'd heard. I apologize for their handling of that incident. It was not in your best interest. You deserved far better.
Venus is grinding their teeth right now. Because like it's one thing to bring this shit up, but it's another thing to like be talking about it in mixed company, her included. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think. And I don't think it. I think it is clear that it is something that Venus. They blink. They swallow. They like unclench their shoulders, and they're like, "It's okay. I'm actually here for. I'm here with an associate. This is Keith." They like gesture towards Keith.
Yes, Keith, I was about to ask about this strapping young man.
Keith takes off his hat and just gives like a little gesture for a handshake.
Carmen extends their hand outwards towards you. For a vast majority of this conversation, their knees have been bent in a way where they are partially leaning down. You're not sure if this is just the way that's most comfortable for her or if this is on purpose, but they're perpetually leaning.
Good evening, Doctor.
Oh, please. Any friend of Dr. Redwood is free to call me Carmen.
Okay. Carmen.
We go talk in your office, Carmen?
Of course. Right this way. My apologies. She gestures you both inside of her office, stopping to look at the receptionist. Sarah, if you wouldn't mind, would you mind moving around the 3 and the 4 that I have? Just give them an extra hour. if possible, go over the retreat information with them. They've been oh so curious about it recently. Sarah nods fairly enthusiastically as Crane steps inside, motioning for you two to sit in front. So,
A retreat?
yes, a private retreat that I host at. You recall that part of my family owned land a bit far out, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Near
Yes.
your estate, I actually believe. If I recall
Redwood
correctly.
Farms?
If I recall correctly, you will have to partially forgive me. I don't fully recall where the farms were, but we're closer to the shore. But we're closer to the shoreline. I do, however, remember passing the trees quite frequently. It brought me a good deal of peace.
Glad to hear that.
I'm
They
sorry.
seem to be doing well.
Yeah, I'm so apologies. My mind is an utter ramble today, seeing such an old friend. How might I help the two of you? I don't wish to assume anything, but I'm hoping this is not a marital spat. That is not particularly my specialty.
No. Venus like slow blinks. Like why would you ever imagine me getting married? No, this isn't regarding that. We're reaching out because they like flashed their Doris badge. And they're like, I'm here to just ask a couple of questions about the nature of your relationship with Agnes Demont.
Oh. Truly?
Yes.
My dear, I'd say this with much respect as possible, but there are easier ways to speak to me. Especially if it involves such a matter, there was no need to come to my office. I was...
It's a bit of a rush.
She actively lets out a sigh. I was worried something was actively wrong.
No, things are fine. I mean, Agnes is dead, but things are fine.
Yes, I have been made aware of my friend's passing. It has been... Well, I took a day to properly work through my grief as best as I could, but at the end of the day, the world continues to move on. Doesn't it?
Were you two not close?
We were during our earlier years in the academy. Admittedly, the older we became, the more those relationships tampered off. She became busy in her world, and I in mine. I'd like to hope that we'd stayed closer, but time did not permit it.
Can I... Oh, wait, were you about to say something?
Oh, no, I was just saying, yeah, you can't control the tokens because I just dropped them just to give y'all a visual representation of, like, where y'all are standing or sitting.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. I want to, like, was she in the photo? She was in the photo with the 9 of them, right? When they were, like, in that group pic and they were, like, drawn over?
Yes, they were in that photo. Not the brain. Carmen was in that photo. You recall them being in... Back to the notes, back to reality. You call them being in the front right of the photograph, opposite of Adeline. And you do recall someone leaning on them from behind, but you can't really remember who was leaning on them. Most of you just recall seeing their tail flit and actively hit somebody in the frame.
Okay, noted. I see what Keith popped in chat, so I'm gonna let that rock real quick before I ask another question.
Rock, we roll, we rock, we roll. Are you just like consistently hitting the dial?
Yeah. He's kind of nervous right now. Poor guy.
Poor boy. Poor boy.
Also, is he still insane?
Maybe. Right now you're fine. You feel fine. I don't know. On a scale of 1 to 10, how crazy do you feel?
I'm just asking so I can mark it off of my sheet.
No.
Okay.
No, you're actually fine. Don't worry. Flicking with it, you do notice that one of the additional gemstones has started to glow a very faint red, but it's very, very faint. You can't see much of it.
Okay.
Did that start when we got in this office?
It did not. I'm guessing you've been playing with it for a while, like on the bus and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it started glowing at like 10 this morning.
That's probably when SJ and Silver like was at the what's the name? The shop. Maybe when they got there. But we can Venus will look at Carmen and they'll say, right, you guys weren't. So have you all not been in contact in recent years? Have you not been in contact with Agnes or even Pia? Dr. Adeline, Irene?
Her sister.
Mm-hmm.
No, I haven't. Carmen leans back in their seat, again, their tail flicking behind them. I don't recall speaking to Pia much. Even whilst her sister was in school, they'd had something of a tumultuous relationship, and well, we'd all assumed it was better for us than to step in between such things. As for Agnes, I sent her letters for a good deal of time back and forth for a while, but she stopped answering at some point. Stopped coming to the academy for tours and visits. Frankly, if I'm honest, I think constant. Well,
Wait, say that part again. Frankly, if I'm honest, what? I didn't catch that.
Frankly, if I'm on, well, I am loath to share information of a patient, much less a friend. Is this a formalized investigation?
It is.
I see. If I am quite honest, then, I believe when our friend Constantine passed, it shook Agnes to her core. The two were quite close, you see, both in terms of their gifts, their muses, even how they chose to express themselves was very in tandem. I have not been pulled on to consult the case, but it is one of my theories that the loss of a friend, coupled with the distance that had been between all of us and the, well, looming of age, led her to an unfortunate break.
Fortunate break. Was she mentally unwell in recent years or when you were last speaking with her?
The last I'd spoken to her, she'd complained of these awful nightmares she would have. I had frankly attempted to persuade her that perhaps less, she makes a
Keith
motion.
peeks up.
She makes a motion towards her nose. Indulgences would soothe it, but she was fairly adamant in her ways.
Keith kind of peeks up after hearing weird dreams and kind of just like, what? Like, it was almost like in a spastic motion, almost cutting her off, going like, what dreams? I'm sorry. I was talking at a line.
Love, within my office, there is no such thing as out of line. This is a place for you to express yourself in the highest capacities possible.
Venus rolls their eyes. In their head, they're like, these damn fucking head doctors. I tell you. Oh, also, sorry to interrupt, but it is 10:30.
It is 10:30. I'm going to finish up with you two, and then we're going to go on break, all right?
Okay.
See.
Actually.
But yeah, Keith.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I mean, we could stop right now if you want.
Yeah, we are going to actually go on our break right now. We will be back in 10 minutes. Join us, hug us. I think I was supposed to say other things and I forgot. Bye! And we are back, everybody. Welcome back, welcome back. One day I will figure out how to do smoother transitions. Today is not that day, and that's all right.
You're doing
I'm
great.
aware of where my limitations lie, and my limitations are 4 devices set up to make this work. When we last left off, therapy was happening, shocking everybody involved in the process. And we're going to hop right back into it.
Okay, so the last thing she said was that she thinks that Agnes turned to drugs. And so Venus will tilt their head, like staring at her, and they would say, are you insinuating that she was an addict, or
I cannot insinuate something I am not fully aware of, but I am trained to recognize signs.
Signs like what?
Can I make a check to see if this nigga is lying?
Sure.
Signs like what, doctor?
Searches signs of an addict.
I'm fucking crying.
I'm dead.
Some stuff
That's
I don't
fine. We
prepare
can-
ahead of time.
It's fine. We
okay.
can just say she just
Hand
lists
wave
them
it.
off.
The 5 warning symptoms: appearing fearful, anxious, or paranoid with no reason, lack of, oh wow, huh? Oops.
I wonder who that pertain. No, I'm kidding.
Wow.
I rolled a psychology. I failed it, but I'm going to use 20 luck points to get it.
I'm actually going to make that a hard roll.
Oh, shit.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
She's
Yeah.
got her doctor face on right now.
Right.
To be fair, she likes it.
Fuck.
God damn.
Damn.
77
That's even
versus
worse.
25. Yeah. I'm not using luck points for that one. No.
I don't think it's worth it.
No.
I suppose the common way of putting it would be that there was a switch in her not so long ago. One moment we...
Around how many years?
I would say about 10, maybe 15, if memory would serve right.
Okay.
There was a fairly sudden shift. She went from being, well, her usual self, hardly vocal, yes, but performative, able to stand in front of a crowd, sing, be truly herself, to simply a shut-in. The rare times we'd see her would be her in some form of a work. Even beyond that, it'd be rare to see her in any sort of capacity. She dropped nearly all of the events she'd been doing, ceased speaking to multiple people, including her cousin, from what I heard, and I would assume your sister is her sister as well.
Who's her cousin?
Oh, goodness. Adeline, actually. It's a distant connection, but we found out during our time in the academy that the two are actually related.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
It's a distant relation.
Did you attend her funeral?
Unfortunately, I did not have the luxury of being here. I was away at the retreat, tending to a bit of an emergency that arose when I'd received the call. Holed myself up there for a day or so, then took a train back here. Well, car. I meant to say car, not train. DM meant to say car, not train. Took a car. Took a car back here. I've been attempting to settle back into my routine, allowing myself to feel as needed. But more so than that, we've also begun some larger preparations to honor their loss. It hasn't been the most we could possibly do. Unfortunately, her will was seemingly quite strict when it came to us attempting to arrange a funeral on our own behalf. I wasn't even permitted to send flowers.
Wow. I'm sure that's Venus is like struggling because like they can't quite relate to this feeling in the way that they can, like the way that Carmen can. So I think they're like they like shake their head, does like a big sigh, shrugs their shoulders, like that's really sad. I'm sorry to hear that you weren't able to be involved in that way. And just above board, did they say that they were trying to make larger preparations for Agnes, but like they were blocked from doing that pretty much?
Yes. Effectively,
Got it.
yes. Agnes's will was very strict about what was meant to happen.
Got it. Okay, just writing it down.
If you wouldn't mind, actually, you'll forgive, but despite this being an official investigation, you did come here under the nature of one of your referrals. If it is not yours to take on, that is perfectly understandable. Keith, was it?
Yes.
You'd spoken a good deal about. Forgive me, I'm trying so hard to remember. You had been seemed fairly interested within the nightmares. I don't wish to pry too much into your personal business, but has everything been all right?
Well, it depends on. It depends on what you call a right.
I would define all right as per the norm, which I don't believe quite aligns with the situations you may have found yourself in. Not if you're accompanying dear Redwood, that is, in an official investigation.
I suppose not. I
By all
guess I do
means,
have to come a little clean.
You have my attention for the next
Unfortunately,
hour and a half.
damn, this is a long ass session.
It doesn't have to be the full session, but she is being very, very blunt of like, look, I've cleared part of my schedule since you guys came.
You know, fair enough. Keith is just gonna be like, I guess. He kind of like goes into his pocket, flips up his little mini pocket watch, and Venus can see this. In his pocket watch, he has a small little photo, kind of like, you know, it's been aged up over the years of him keeping it in his pocket watch, but you can still see the visible picture of like his wife and Norman just sitting there in the pocket watch, and he just like, do you believe in ghosts, Doctor?
I would be a fool not to. Simply because magic is dangerous does not mean we have any reason to deny its existence outright.
You know, I wish I was still ignorant to the ideas of otherworldly facts, but unfortunately, with my history, it seems to be a part of my life, and it seems like it wants. My life is catching up with me, Doctor.
Would you be remiss in telling me a bit about this life of yours?
While they start talking, Venus will stand and just idly walk around the office looking at the walls, checking out the decorations.
Venus, make me whatever investigative check you want to make. Keith, proceed.
So, I guess to start, I wasn't a good person, Doc. Not in the past. I am trying to change, though, for the sake of family, but I'm afraid it's not going as well as I want it to go. It's caused me to realize a few things about myself, and I don't know if can bad people change. are they allowed to? I'm sorry, it's a stupid question.
Have you ever owned a cat, Mr. Briggs?
A cat? No.
Dog, perhaps?
Well, not exactly, but I guess when I was younger, my family had a dog for a little while. Peyton. Yeah, Peyton. We kind of found him on the street one day, and I asked my mom to take him in, and we did.
When you took in Peyton originally from the streets, did he nip at you, bark at you, refuse food, refuse to come outside, refuse to do anything that would have been considered civilized behavior for a dog? Especially within that first few months.
No, I wouldn't. At least not that memory serves me, no.
Then Peyton was very lucky. Likely he had lived something of a good life, a peaceful life, before he had found new people to give him purpose, meaning, something to fill his time in return for love and safety and warmth. Not every animal is so lucky. A vast majority of them have hostile environments where they must fight for scraps or food or warmth or to avoid something far deadlier, such as baseless cruelty, simply because another being is powerful enough to do so. And it is these dogs that go through these harsher environments that tend to bite. Someone might be attempting to rescue them or offer a kind hand, and their first response will be to nip, to draw blood, to get the creature as far away from them as possible. And in those instances, can you honestly blame the dog?
I suppose not.
Of course not, because all it does is what it is trained to do. And over time, slowly, the creature can be shown what a loving environment is, what warmth and a home feel like, what peace feels like. And it is often in those scenarios when someone is allowed to feel truly safe that they can begin to change their behaviors. The dogs can learn not to bite, not to guard their food, not to tug at a leash. Perhaps they won't become perfectly obedient. It is not the nature of all dogs to be so. But they will become kinder and better and appreciative. I would say you have done the best you can within your current scenario. The fact that these actions plague your mind so much, the fact that it seems to rattle you, that you are not being the best for those you love or care for, shows that you do have the desire to change. And that desire alone is worth the effort. Mind you, it will take time and strains and many, many days of learning to forget that harsher environment, removing it from your forefront of your mind. But I can assure you it's possible. I've done it for more extreme cases.
A slight tear comes out of his left eye.
Carmen
as he's just like,
hands you a handkerchief.
he takes it, kind of gives it a little pat, just like, I guess doctors do really work, huh?
We
Them.
Carmen does just laugh. Carmen does laugh. Oh, I missed you, Redwood. Yes.
Were we in class together, Carmen? You seem awfully familiar with me, and sorry for this, but my memory escapes me.
Oh, I had well such assumed. I'd run into a few times in the earlier stages of your career. We
Mm-hmm.
had, well, I had taken a particular shine to you, the work that you did, your experiences, and I have to say I was quite impressed. That's why to this day I still, as much as you do not wish to hear it and do not believe me to be genuine, believe it is unfair what Elion did to you. It is unfair what the Academy did to you. And I do wish for you
What?
to know that.
Fuck.
What do you mean? He turns over to the
Oh, my
Venus.
deepest
What is she
apologies.
talking about?
Oh, my deepest
What's happening at the academy?
Oh, dear, no. This was a few years ago. Nothing is wrong now, I can assure you. Are you all right?
Venus has like a faraway look in their eye. So I don't even think they respond to Keith.
Carmen's
you-
eyes flit between the two of you. She sort of sets a hand on Keith's back as she stands and crosses over the desk and crosses the desk, the space in between the desk and here. Colin, there's nothing wrong with the academy right now. Is there a reason you're so worked up?
He kind of jumps and kind of like gets out of the chair.
It is a
Just like-
very warm touch. It's very gentle.
What's happened?
Will blink, like
That was
clarity
not-
coming back to their eyes, and they'll say, I used to work at the academy, and then I got fired. And that's that.
Just as it is not my role to speak to Redwood of any of your experiences, nor can I do the opposite. I can just assure that I can just do what I can to ensure they know that they were unfairly treated. And I am here for them, should you require anything, Dr. Redwood.
Thank you for your kind words, Carmen. I appreciate it.
They're more than kind words.
Can I smoke in here? They're already lighting up a cigarette.
Oh, of course. They got a chuckle. Of course.
I'm sorry.
Nonsense. It's all right. You'd forgive me, but I feel as though I would have remembered you if you'd attended the academy yourself. Is there a particular reason that you were so paranoid?
My son. He currently he's at the academy right now.
I see.
I just
That-
don't want any harm. Anything that that I've had to go through, I don't want that to throw upon him.
She once again places that warm hand on your shoulder and smiles. You must be quite proud of your boy. It is a rare talent that makes its way into the academy.
Yeah. I've been hearing that he's been picking up an instrument.
Truly.
Doesn't take after his old man, obviously, but
A shame.
I'm proud of him.
I'm certain he has enough of you if he had made it to such heights. I won't be returning to the academy again for a short while, but if I do, and if we cross paths again, I'd be happy to give an update. Is there any sort of message you'd like passed on to your boy?
Yeah, I'd appreciate that.
Always.
All right, Venus, we done here, or did you have more questions for the doctor?
Oh, you'll forgive me. I forgot this was an investigation.
I just want to ask one more thing.
Of course.
Does the fuck, what is the name of the body? Was it the body above board? Was it the body of the mother or the blood of the mother that fuck, let me go look back in my notes.
The death of the mother.
Thank you. Venus will say, just one last question.
Of course.
Does the death of the mother mean anything to you?
The death of the mother. I recall. You're not one for quizzes, Doctor. But if you insist,
I mean-
I do recall there being a myth from the old empire. Something about upon the mother's death, the father devoured the son. But I can't quite recall. It was not my field of study as it was yours.
Wait, I'm sorry, Prim. Can you repeat that? Upon the death of the mother, what?
Upon the death of the mother, the father devoured the son.
Father devoured the son.
But I can't.
Would Venus recall anything like that? Like in their occult
Make
studies?
me a verbose memory check.
Can I also see if I know anything about that
Make me
from
a
my occult?
hard memory check. Actually, yeah, make me a hard memory check from you. Venus verbose.
Could I use archaeology?
Same thing.
You
Okay.
said memory. What is a quarter of 59?
Extreme success.
Let's go!
Oh my gosh.
This was under. That still counts. Yeah.
So I have to roll a 15 or lower.
This was for
Jesus.
verbose?
Yeah, I have verbose checked.
Damn, nice.
Holy shit.
Yeah, no, that's a
Oh.
no for me, dog.
That's okay. I get to still do a fun thing. Hooray!
Yay!
Guess what you get to
Hooray!
make? Go ahead and make
Oh my
something for me,
fucking
dear.
god. Not me. Like, yo, I was just cheering. Okay. You said what? A sanity check?
If you wouldn't mind.
Oh,
God
well,
fucking damn it.
ain't
I
that
do not need
about
to
a
be tweaking out in this
bitch?
doctor's office. Insane bestie.
Insane besties, let's go.
To be fair, this is the best place to have the freak out.
I fucking failed.
Oh.
91 versus 16.
Oh.
Can I use my reroll now?
You're so free to, girly pop. Hit that button. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wipe sweat off forehead.
Aren't you so happy that you did
I-
that?
I am, honestly. I immediately felt a shiver go up my spine when I felt that shit.
Immediate shit, fuck. Venus.
hmm
Why did you forget this? Honestly, why did you forget this?
Especially considering I've seen it so many times now these last few days.
Not even the last few days. This is one of the most common myths of the old part, of the old Imperium.
Mm.
There is a constant tale that is told of a god. Two gods, really, each of whom longed for more. One longed for more of themselves. More places to hold things, more places to overtake, more things to become and learn and grow from in all of its beauty. And the other simply desired to grow, only for itself, and only through itself would it grow. It did not need to grow, but it would. These became the mother of gods and the father of gods. The mythos states that at some point the mother of God died. She had spent her life protecting her children from the father and its ways, teaching them to love the world and the stars and everything that it created, even the people of the Imperium. But upon her death, from causes wholly unknown to the world, the father rose up and ate the son. it is a translation unclear whether it ate the physical sun itself and could be referring to some sort of an eclipse, or if it referred to devouring its own children. But it's theorized both were likely to happen, and so the original children of these two are known to be the gods of the sun. This is a common myth. This is the first myth that you're taught, as it teaches you about the discrepancies between languages and translations and how fickle they can be. There's no reason you should have forgotten this. In fact, even as you still feel that claw pressing itself against your temple, that you cannot see but presses harder and harder, you know it's trying to remove something. And it cannot. You are lucky in the fact nothing in here is reflective. Else you would have seen it looming over you, attempting to whisper in a language you do not speak. For now, though, you are more than capable of putting that pain aside.
Hold on a second. My fingers are typing away. Okay, so upon remembering this, right, they aren't sure why they forgot. Could I roll like maybe an occult check to see why they forgot? If that makes sense.
You're free to try.
I'm gonna use luck points. That's only 10 points.
Hit it.
Yeah.
Utilizing your luck points with the occult. This has been a running theme since you have come back from that dig site. When you can't quite piece together memories of an outburst that happened in a class you don't even fully recall teaching, much less the outburst, but there is proof of your outburst. Memories of the names of those you went along the dig site to completely gone, their faces gone from your mind, but you do know they exist. Even if you reach far enough, the memory of your parents, you're not sure if it flickered with time and age, but it flickers. And it makes you doubt every thought you have ever had, everything you could ever remember. It causes your paranoia to grow. Because on the off chance that this creature has decided to take more from you than it wants, what will you do?
What doesn't... I think the thought that Venus has is like, what doesn't kill me better run. I'll carve my way out of this, even if I have to with bloodied fingers and teeth.
You're free to try. It certainly has made no effort to leave you.
Well, that's all, folks. Thanks for coming to Mortui vote. I'm kidding. Venus will nod slowly, and they'll say, "I do recall that myth. You mentioning it just brought back the memory of it. Thank you for that."
Of course. Any way I can help you, dear Redwood. There is the sound of a bell outside as Carmen snaps to the doorway. You will forgive me, unfortunately. I am not one to keep my patients waiting, especially in emergency cases. Is there anything else you can do for you?
Just
I think...
one more thing.
Of course.
Go ahead, Keith.
Happen to have any sort of treatment for blood rain?
A few. Delusions and, you'll forgive me, but delusions and inconsistencies in memory and visualizations do have their place within my work. She shuffles through her desk and pulls out 2 sets of information, holding them out to both of you. Commonly, I would begin a treatment schedule for you, divulging the root of the issue, reaching a larger point with it. Typically, that's private sessions, but frankly, any friend of Redwood is a friend of mine. So I believe it would be better for your own health if you were removed from that hostile environment. And she hands you 2 packets that go over her retreat.
Cool. Contact info.
Goes over her treatments. Venus will take it, does like a little mock salute with it, and be like, "Let's go, Keith." And they'll head out.
Exiting into the hall, you do pass a man, young man, probably a bit younger than you all, with very curly red hair, rubbing at the bottom of his eyes, seemingly having not slept in weeks. He looks up sharply as you enter, flinching a bit, then stops and sighs. Carmen leans their head out the door and motions in. Leon, I'm ready for you. I'm ready for you now. I apologize for keeping you waiting. And he all but bolts inside as Carmen shuts the door behind her.
That's crazy.
Moving targets this time around, we're actually going to move over again to Sid and Silver. Both Sid and Silver, the night outside has grown. Ah, yes, that is what I forgot. Asona, would you be so kind as to just make me a regular driving auto check right now?
Give me a minute.
Fair enough. Dun, 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 dun. We will then, for now, go over back to our other 2 lovely friends. Silver and SJ. It is now about... Ha! Feel free to use that free reroll.
I'm sobbing.
There we go.
Hey!
I'm like, ain't no way this where it falls apart. Yeah. Your car starts to sputter for a while, but you do manage to get it back moving on again. Moving back to the Mad Pie workshop. Loretta has, for the past few hours since you arrived, and she sat you down in the middle of the room, busied herself, allowing you to get out what seems to be an endless stream of questions, but not really answering any of them as she continues about her work. It's only as the sky starts to turn to a lighter dusk and more of a pinkish hue that she finally sits down. I'll be honest, I don't entirely know what you expect from me.
Answers? You've been very cagey up until now. And I feel... No, I know that you know something. Or you know things, and you don't want to tell us. Or you're being weird about something. So I think at the very least, tell us why? Are you being held hostage? Is someone going to murder your whole family if you spill some beans?
I apologize. I don't have much of a family anymore. That's not something I mourn. I've never truly had it. But no. I simply. She looks down at the cup that is in her hands. Give me a sip for a minute. My youth was quite a adventurous time. I conducted a great deal of work, experiments, other things, yes, but mainly those. And of course, I was young. I was foolish. I tested and worked beyond my means. I made mistakes. It is what one expects, but I have worked quite diligently in my age to remove myself from those mistakes. Not just in action, mind you, but in spirit and soul. I keep to myself, to my shop, and to my work. I am very sorry that Agnes seems to have handed you over this massive responsibility. But there is very little I can do about it. If I'm honest, I don't even know what she was thinking. But I do know that I'd asked her to keep me out of her decisions. And as best as she could, she seems to have done so. Until that, where I split to the box that you'd found the business card in. You'll forgive me for speaking ill of the dead, but Agnes did have a funny habit of always doing whatever she wished.
I'm going to share a theory. And it seems like you may know more than me. So maybe this theory is for naught. But this is the main reason why I think it is in your best interest to share whatever you know. Because honestly, from the items that we see, that I have seen so far, Agnes did not fulfill her. If she promised you she would keep it out of it, she lied to your face. Plain blank, period.
She had that habit.
And whatever this is, I think is involves everybody in that photo I mentioned. And one of my several theories is that whatever is going on requires your death and the death of everybody else. So, ideally, in solving the mystery, I would like to prevent that. It would be sad to see your kind yet sad eyes lifeless, knowing that all it could have taken to help prevent it was you sharing simple information that you know. And the idea of you taking it to your grave kind of sucks. And please, though, this is not me threatening to murder you, even though I probably could. This is specifically observations of the information that I have collected so far. Yeah.
And what have you collected so far?
Well,
You've
and
had what, 4 days?
here's the thing. And here's the thing. Here's what's very funny about that. I don't feel comfortable sharing that with you if you're just not gonna share anything. But I do know it caused. Wait, how many people were in the photo? 9 people?
Yes.
There is a mention of 9 people and having their breath taken or something. And it is quite a coincidence
10.
that there's 9 of you. 10? Oh, so she said 10?
10. She said, she's just like, listen, she's like, listen, I have 10. She says it completely under her breath.
Oh, so
Oh my god.
Yeah!
Okay.
I'm 10. Interesting. Glad you know that. So does that just not involve you, or you just think you're not part of the 10?
What did she even give you? Honestly,
Is
I
breath
don't. What did she give you?
Is breath you spitting in a jar? Because it says breath of the 9. Is it just you? Is it you spitting in the jar? Or
You watch her pinch the bridge of her nose,
She is such like a SJ.
and just mutter something under her breath in. It's a language you don't recognize. You do catch the name Thea in it.
What the fuck I say? Sorry.
Somebody.
Yeah, no, she deadass looked at us, James, just like, oh wow, it's a younger Thea. I did not miss this.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes so much fucking sense.
That's why I was saying earlier, like SJ is reminding her of Thea because they act similar.
Literally sitting there like, oh, that's so cute. I am too old for this. Oh god,
I'm too old for this shit.
Get it out of my workshop.
I think SJ would look at Sylvie just to kind of gauge, like, how much should I tell them? Like, essentially would probably have Sylvie take over the, like, what information is shared. Because SJ's not good at that. Because SJ's a blabbermouth. SJ would tell everything and be like, do you know the answer?
Silver absolutely shakes his head like, just don't say anything. Okay. Let's talk about something a little bit lighter. You mentioned how much she liked me. In order for you to know that, you had to have been in contact with her fairly recently.
The last I'd spoken to her, well, the last I tried to stop speaking to her had been 20 odd years ago. I had simply given up. I was tired. I was broken. There was nothing I needed more than just to rest. Even though my body wouldn't allow it, it was still what I needed. And she and others did not respect that wish. So I simply secluded myself where it would be easier for them to do so. And then we lost Constance and had to contend with Irene. At least that's what her letter said. She came to me despondent. I've seen Agnes cry very rarely in my life. She cried that night when we learned what had happened. For the next few years, she'd tried to remain in contact, to message me, to pull me back into this, but I had refused, and I still refuse. A year ago, she'd sent me a message through our own little personal means. She told me about you all. Most of you, at least. How well. I wish I could say that it was some coherent statement, that it was some explanation for her larger plans, but in reality, it was incoherent rambling. For hours. And even the parts of it that I could make out were simply names and things she enjoyed or did. What made her feel alive again? What made things quiet in her mind once more? It was the last time I had ever heard from her.
I understand. Well, I would love for you to stay out of it
I sense a but.
because there is one. She's put you in a position where you're a part of it, whether you want to be or not. I would love to help you not be a part of it, but in order to do that, I need to know what you know.
I know a great deal more than you would likely ever, or ever should. It is information not easily shared, nor frankly is it information worthwhile sharing. I have seen what this information does to others, those outside, how it will corrode them and take them over, and how little pity is given in the process. So now I am terribly sorry, but I am not content making another version of Constance and Irene. Not out of you lot, that she seemed to very truly care for to some degree, despite putting you into this situation, despite her full intent to involve you in her harebrained scheme.
Do you know how Pia died?
Dismemberment, I'm going to guess.
That's
Blood.
an interesting guess.
Blood
Yes.
filling a room, leaking into every corner. I couldn't guess where.
Correct.
I wasn't one for the symbolics.
Here's the thing, Lottie.
Hmm.
I know you don't want us to be involved, all that stuff, yada yada yada. That's cool. That's cool. That's great. That's cute. Here's the thing. I am already not within my right mind. So whether you share
She
information,
very clearly reaches her hand across the table, pats your hand twice, in a very grandmother way of, my dear, I am more aware than you know. It is a wonderful skill to have. It is worrying. She looks to Silver. It is worrying.
and great, and you should know that I will stop at nothing. No matter who I have to talk to, no matter what I have to do, no matter what crimes have to be committed, no matter what has to occur, I will do it. And unfortunately, you have not been as helpful as I would have liked you to be. So you are in fact on the list of the people of interest who I am inclined to learn and do whatever I need to do in order to get the information that I want. Ideally, I would love to get the information from you and leave you alone, and then we never have to speak again. Very clearly, that's not what's going to happen. So, other things are going to happen that I can't tell you because it's a surprise.
Person to place his hand on her shoulder.
Yeah. So, okay, great. Thanks for this. Not, I guess. Bye.
You stand up to leave?
If she's not gonna, I mean, unless Sylvie got something else, but at this point, actually about to break into her house or something at some point, because she ain't got nothing.
Oh.
Silver is gonna stand. He's gonna say thank you for your time. I suspect we'll be meeting again.
Despite this meeting, my doors are always open to you.
It's okay, because even if they weren't, they will be at some point.
I offer you a gift. She stands and crosses the room, taking up what seems to be a small little lock and tosses it to you. You seem quite adept at picking things. Let us see if you can ever end up opening that.
I check my keys.
They're on you. You're good.
I got a bunch of keys.
They're on you. You're
I
good.
am so excited. SJ's like, all right.
And if I might truly offer you some advice, leave the Imperium. This is not a threat. This is not some half-hearted attempt. This is a genuine plea from someone who sees so much life in you too. There is still time and a chance. You can leave the Imperium and walk away from this all. It will not reach farther. You will live and you will be safe and you will be happy. Maybe not happy, I cannot promise that. But I believe that even when involved in this mess, if only one of us had been capable of getting out, we could have avoided the problems that we had had with the Morris family, with our early stages, with all of it. So I am well and truly asking you to not become another sacrifice for nonsense like Constantine was, like Agnes made herself, and just leave.
SJ would tilt their head
With
at
the
her.
Hoop family?
Morris. You could ask.
Got it. Morris, you said?
The Morris family, Irene and Constantine.
Okay.
Oh.
SJ is gonna tilt their head and go, if we leave and put this all behind them, are people going to die?
People will die no matter what you do. Whether this is seen through to the end, whether it is stopped in its footsteps now, whether you involve yourself or not, no matter what you do, people will die. The question is, will you die with them? And will you, or will you live knowing that you could have done something? Because if you walk away now, there is no way you could have known. And frankly, I believe I would have taken that offer much younger than you.
SJ smiles at her, and goes, I'm sure that's really good advice, and I'm sure that we can heed it. We should heed it, because I don't think you would tell us if it wasn't important, or if it wasn't true. But I don't care to do the things that people should do. I think it's much more fun to die young and experience something unexplainable, to solve the most complex mystery that I can think of. And if I die, then I die. And if I live, then I live.
I would like to go on record and say that Silver does not share this sentiment.
No. That makes
Someone
sense.
said, I am not suicidal. Said, hold up a minute. You can think that all you want.
Can I just say, Blue, you and I are already on the same page because I'm already have it up. Don't even worry about it.
Hey, cool.
So before SJ is like deuces, SJ's like, who is supposed to be the chronicler?
Pardon?
The chronicler. Who is it?
Thea. Well, no. It was meant to be Constance. Then Irene believed herself more suitable for the role, and she was not. So now, it is Thea's responsibility.
What do you know? That was our next stop.
What do you know? Been way more helpful than I thought you would be. Have a great night.
Before you both leave very quickly, she walks over to one of the radios, one that is fully gutted out. There is no mechanics in it, no wiring. She simply tunes it on. It is a very slow process, but she moves it as though she were playing a harp. She stops as that familiar song comes through, soft, like played through a piano. Your heads begin to spin ever so slightly as the last words you catch from her are, "I wish you home safely, if you don't mind." And when you blink back into not fogginess again, you are at the center, you're at the beginning of the shopping district once more. All the lights of the stores flickering out one by one as they shut for the night, far from her stall, far too fast to run back and ask her any questions regarding it. At least for today. And at the same time that you are sent so far away, Isona and Mallory drive peacefully and quietly throughout the night until they find themselves at the beginning of a long, winding gravel road. The car bumps up the road, but it is easy work. A local had guided you through the process, though had informed you the chances of anyone opening the door had been highly unlikely. And as you make your way up the road to the doorway, to the sprawling front gate, a familiar song plays through the radio, so softly you just barely catch it. And I think that will be where we end today's session, if that is all right with you all.
Bro, okay.
Whoa.
I
cannot wait to rewatch this.
Yo.
Fuck! I wish I should have went with SJ. I should have fucking went with SJ. I'm so sad. God
you
damn
got
it!
info. You all did.
I did get info.
Also,
You
This is
should have
great.
always.
Also, I'm gonna be very frank. Wait, no, I'm not gonna be frank. I'm Prim.
Ah, no, be frank.
You don't get to say that and then take it back.
Right.
It's for later. For now, thank you everybody for tuning into the stream. As always, it is a wonder and a joy to get to see you all, to get to tell these stories, and frankly, to be my chaotic little story self for hours on end. We are going to do outros, so everybody, once again, give me your username and any social media platforms you can be found or projects you want people to know of. We're once again going to start top of the order to my left.
Oh, that's me.
It's you. Shape of your body is blue.
Y'all can find me under it's Oxy, same user under TikTok and Instagram. You can basically find me anywhere really. So yeah.
Well, next up, the wonderful Brie.
Oh snap! I'm Bree. That's me. I've been SJ. You can find me at my Linktree link, which I will share in a second. I can be found every other Wednesday on Roll for Luck. Tune in next week for our last episode in Orbital Blues. Because currently we are plane hopping into different TTRPGs, and it's insane. So yeah, next week, last week in Orbital Brews, and then we'll be going Not telling you because it's a secret / surprise. And yeah, that's all. Have a great night. Bye.
Next up, the wondrous, the amazing, the silver.
Greetings and salutations once again. I am Mac Epiphany. You can find me at all the places at Mac Epiphany and or Coco Mac Productions. I'm not currently doing anything else, but coming soon I will be starting my Avatar campaign, Legend of Light and Shadows. And that's gonna be a good time. You should tune in.
Rah, rah, rah. And next up, Keith, please go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Fox, the voice of Keith Briggs, and you can't really find me anywhere because I'm inconsistent with my Twitch schedule and my social medias are definitely private. So,
What's a Twitch schedule?
Bro, I have no clue. I've been trying to plan to play this damn game for months and I haven't had the time. But I'm gonna figure it out. One day y'all are just gonna see me go live and you just won't know what happens. So, in case that does happen, you can follow me at voicefox_gaming. That's where I'll be streaming all of my stuff. All right, thank you. Bye.
Now might we have the wondrous Blue?
I'm Blue. You can find me in the internet streets as King V. That's King with a Y and an underscore at the end. Also, like whatever the fuck Baddie Bards is doing because that's my shit, and I'm always there. Y'all should tune in to our show of Echo, a gay space opera, and our season 2 will be ending soon, and it's gonna be really fucking exciting. So do that. Oh, and plus we have some really great members of ours participating in BIPOC Vamp Day sessions. Which, you know, if you follow us on social media, which you should, you'll get more information about. Also, sorry, one last thing, but we have an all black 21 plus Discord that you can apply to join via our beacons. So, yeah.
And finally, the one, the only, the mighty, Joe.
Yeah, so this has been Chelsea, and I don't have social media, so you won't find me anywhere at any circumstance.
Yeah,
Bye.
If y'all want the Chell exclusive, you gotta come here. Only here.
Yeah, strictly.
Period.
But with that said, that does mark the end of our night. Remember, you all, enjoy the chaos, enjoy the September vibes that are currently happening, and don't start fires.
Yes.
Don't start fires seems like a good thing to say in October where there's a lot of dry leaves. We're gonna let that be my final statement. To each and all of you.
Unless it's your enemy's house.
Well, that's different. That's called legal.
Or your own house.
Well, those are expensive. Good night, y'all.